can hear it in the back. I think I might be. I'm a loud mouse. No. I turn my mic down.
I think that's actually work. It's not, as long as it ain't popping, you good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only time you don't want to be popping. It's on the mic.
Yeah.
Right.
The touche.
Yeah. You don't want
that.
Other
There,
than that,
that there is a lie.
avoid the plosives.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
Yeah. That shit.
You are now tuned in to the To Be Told podcast.
Mr. Corey, is your phone on mute?
Actually, my phone is on mute.
Moot?
Hold on. Wait. That's a tribe in Africa. I'm sorry. You can't. You can never redo that shit over again.
No.
Hey,
Okay, listen. I completely deprived the listeners of a great start, and
they got to. It was a horrible start. So
it was great. It was comedy shit, bro.
This is for them though. I'm
Okay.
supposed to tell
But
them.
anyways, is your phone on mute?
Hold on. Let me check, Elliot. Actually, it is on mute. How about yourself?
My phones are on mute.
Awesome. I am Corey Terry.
This is Elliot Guidry.
And you are now listening to the To Be Told podcast again.
But for the first time.
For the first time. Back again for the first time. Hey, what's going
There's
on,
going to
man?
be a lot of that. Man, I'm excited, bro.
Man, yeah, for episode, what is this?
20 motherfucking 6.
Yeah, you do sound excited.
Fucking right, I
Very
do.
enthusiastic. Can you tell me why?
Because shit, it's episode 26. Fuck it.
Oh, shit.
No. We actually have a brother in the building by the name of Guyton. If you are not familiar with this brother, please get familiar. And this is the time to get familiar with him. His album is out right now, Baby Blue Collar, and I swear to God, I listen to this thing front and back and the other way around. Pause. This motherfucker jams, and I'm being so sincere with that.
Indeed. Who was that on the cover?
That's my son.
Awesome. Okay, awesome.
Welcome.
That little guy is hilarious.
So, look at that.
He is not more funny, man. He actually he just jumped right into those poses.
He looked like he got a ton of personality.
He does. He is.
When's his birthday?
August 5th.
Oh, damn.
Same day as my mother.
Wow, 10 days before yours?
Yes.
Damn.
How do you deal with two Leos? I'm just saying.
Too easy. It's too easy. Me and two are very easy going, easy to get along with guys.
Hey, man, hey, look, I'm a Leo, so I know the burden we carry. You know
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just, like you said, we bring the light.
There we go. And they missed that. They missed it. Anyways, that's going to be a running joke through this entire podcast. It's the shit they didn't get to hear.
Yeah, just act like it was really amazing.
Exactly.
Just in case this one flops.
No, it's still going. We're good.
Okay, we good.
Yeah. Anyways, what's really awesome about having Guyton in here, Corey, yourself, you are a videographer, and this man is pretty fucking awesome at the shit that he does.
No, he's definitely top tier. He's top tier.
Bro,
Yeah.
like easily.
Yeah.
I don't.
Who in the city would be fucking with him? Let's start some drama, and let's put this on the blog. Let's put it on like hustle grade and.
I could be fucking with them. I'm gonna be honest when I say this, bro. His visuals are unlike any.
Well, I can tell in your visuals, you're a great storyteller. You enjoy telling stories because I look way back, and all of them were storytelling. They weren't just the performance tracks with the B-roll type stuff. It was just story after story. You got a lot of guns in there. You always getting shot or something. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker always getting shot. Kind of easy now. But very very visual. You're great at telling stories. Did you write as a youth?
As a youth?
No, I actually didn't, man.
Really?
I actually still don't write.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that. Me, but
in terms of you being a spitter, you say you don't rap, you just go in there and freestyle. You write in your head and memorize it.
I memorize music
Right.
just because I feel like the people who read subconsciously, brand new music gets read, and the real feeling
you
is
feel
there
it,
until you know the music. So if you don't really know it and you're still reading it, how can you really give the real emotion that you want to cross over to the hearer, the listener,
Right.
And I just feel that in my soul. So I just really, for that reason, I don't do it, and then for the other reason, I don't like to write, and I also don't like to read.
So let me ask you this then. So when you're coming up with a treatment for like a short film like Cold Summer and the one that you're working on
don't
now,
jump too far. Hey, go back. Cold Summer, stay there.
What?
Go back to the other video. Save Cold Summer. That's a good hunk.
Yeah, man.
material
Hey,
right
listen, bro. We talked about that on the last podcast.
That's true. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Hey, bro. Cold Summer is
going
like
right in.
Cold Summer is like that whole or that, and yeah, that was like probably the top birthday that I've had.
Thanks,
even
man.
though
that's live. That's
even
live.
though I kept losing my guts that entire night.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actual short film. You're talking about the Summer Jam.
No. But I'm saying when I say Cold Summer, I'm talking about that whole experience.
Okay.
But I'm talking about I was talking about the film.
Got it.
About not writing.
Right. So are you not writing a treatment for these things? You're just saying, okay, I know what I want to happen in this scene.
All right, so I'll explain Cold Summer here. I know I've barely touched on it in a lot of places, but I feel like here's the time we can give you guys the full explanation. Cold Summer was never meant to be a full movie.
Okay.
It initially started out as a video that me and Dobeezy did to start promotion for the mixtape that we had secretly done together. Mm-hmm. The first one looked very cinematic, which now that I look back, most of my stuff does, but it was very apparent to Doe when he saw it. He was like, bro, this legit looks like a movie. And I was like, man, I was thinking about trying to make a film because I had been trying to work on a film called Blue Heart for the longest. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't get enough people to believe in the vision enough to really want to work on it. And I just hadn't done enough, I guess, myself for people to really believe in an end product that I could get. So I just really didn't have a lot of support behind it. Mm-hmm. Mainly videographers, actors, just people to pull up and help. Right. So when I did this mixtape with Dobeezy, it got a lot of attention because Doe's already pretty popular. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we shot the video. Doe is on board. Immediately, other people were on board to film this off the strength of Dobeezy. Right. Mm-hmm. So this just gave me a chance to do something and know that people would have eyes on it. Now, I didn't know this opportunity was going to present itself because I didn't really know Doe that well. I wasn't even 100% sure he was going to want to do a mixtape. Right. So after he agreed to do that and we shot a video and I knew he was down for the whole shebang, I just went for it. Right. So the movie, for that long story, was a freestyle movie. Mm. The first beginning of that movie that you see was just something random that me and Pirate Fame Visuals just randomly came up with.
Oh, you mean Buckwheat?
Oh, yes. All right, but
let me chill before he hits me with the froggy.
Hey, we always get Fame with the jokes. You know what? I'm gonna take the joke out of this current movie that we have about Fame because I feel like he gets joked on because he can't talk. But anyway, we freestyled the whole Cold Summer. Long story short, man. The next time we went out, we just started creating stories for whatever the place that we got set up to shoot at and the people who agreed to show up. So once we saw all the people who are here, we can do this, we can make a story go there. And we just came from song to song until we got to the end. So it really was an impromptu shoot. If you pulled up, you were a part of the movie. If you didn't pull up, we just had the right boys out. We tried to plan some of it, but it just wasn't working. So everything ended up being, let's freestyle. So by the end of the movie, it was decent. You know, the storyline made a little bit of sense. It was a bit far-fetched, but...
but most would you call it a full? That was you consider that short, right?
Yeah, it's a short film.
Most short films they don't have because it's supposed to be
short. Right. And I kind of understood that then, and I was trying to tell that to people. You know, short films aren't supposed to have the full plot, full meaning. This could be like a small version of something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be somebody buys it and then you develop it into something. So
exactly.
Yeah,
but you know, people don't really understand that concept. Right. So it's kind of hard to sell that portion of it. People wanted closure. So I kind of forced some closure for this movie for the simple fact that I was just trying to please the audience. And I didn't really know what I was doing at this point. So I just let it be whatever it was going to be. You know, it was something that we did from scratch, whatever. Gotcha. It was new. It was a combination of what I wanted to do plus what I had to do. So I was cool with that. But I always give that disclaimer because a lot of people feel like, man, he presented this movie. It was a lot bigger than I imagined. Right. People pulled up to the AMC 30 and it was full, and they really watched it. So you know, awesome. if I would have known that type of audience was going to be sitting in front of here, I would have definitely wanted to present something different.
Take us in the theater when you're premiering the movie. You're sitting in the front, back.
We actually sat on the back row because there was a lot of technical difficulties that night. A lot of people don't know about all of those.
Yeah, I remember that.
We originally had a different theater.
Okay.
And we had tested the DVD in another theater.
Right.
But so many people pulled up that there wasn't enough seats
Gotcha.
in the one that we had reserved. So they said, you know what? We'll give you the biggest one.
Wow.
There's people building out there. It was a huge crowd. People were getting restless. It was like unreal. So the movie theater people were thinking, all right, you guys might be somebody. Let's
I still,
give you the
have, I
red
still
carpet
have
treatment.
footage and pictures from that night.
So
Yeah, I didn't even.
So you're in the back row. Do you already know about the technical difficulties yet?
Yes, I did because I was worried about them. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I sat back there because we had.
You want to be Abraham Lincoln?
I wanted this to go well. When I
Yeah.
seen how many people were there, bro, I was like, "There's no way this can't go well." So, if
Right.
you were there, you saw that it didn't go well.
Well, so the you had some skips, and it was, I guess, the resolution was a little funky at times, but the overall response to it
was epic. It was so live that it got electric in the beginning, and it was that's what made me sit down and say, "All right, let people enjoy this for what it is." I was really putting too much pressure on myself.
Right.
you do that.
That's
a
what I
lot?
wanted to say. So you're sitting back there. You're
Yeah.
looking at the fill up. They're giving you the bigger arena. What's going through your mind?
I just couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I really couldn't believe it. My friends couldn't believe it.
Was Doe sitting with you?
No, Doe wasn't sitting with me. Doe was in the front. He had his Hollywood hat on, but that bro pulled up with suspenders. I'd never seen Doe in nothing like that before in my life.
Yo.
So anyway, he pulled up Hollywood, Texas. Doe will tell you.
Let me
he
see if I
did
can
it.
find. I'm gonna have to show Corey the picture.
I was sweating and working hard. Like I'm running around literally sweating. I had took off a brand new sweater that I bought just for the event. Somebody stole it. It was a super dope sweater. Shout out to the guy who stole my sweater. I know you're out there. You're in that movie theater. We're the only ones there that night. You have it. I know. And if I see you in it, I will pull up.
Yeah, he just turned into
Shout
like,
it out if you want to.
he just turned like
That
Hannibal Lecter.
sweater will come off your back
real
but
quick.
anyway, R.I.P. to that sweater. You can have that sweater, whoever you are. But anyway, I was working so hard that day, man. I didn't really even notice that I was just really that uptight about the whole situation. Before I knew it, Deja Vu PR told me, sit down.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, I'll sit down. So I sat
Yeah.
There he is. He's the Monopoly. Doe showed up as the Monopoly man for Cold Summer.
Oh, he shot. So right now, Elliot's showing me a picture of Dovizi at the premiere. Brother Sharp. I can see the jokes flying. No, but Brother
Yeah,
Sharp.
it was like a Monopoly mixed with Gap.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I wasn't sitting with Doe just because I was just really trying to get the visual thing, and then because we were
that's
at
him stressing. Just
I would have never wore that though, man. I know it's a suit and everything, but all right. This guy jokes on my suits all the time, man. Shut up. But anyway, I sat down, man. But what's going through my mind is I just was so happy that these people were receiving this movie so well,
Right.
though the screen was messed up.
Right.
And that was, and a lot of people were attributing the fact that the resolution was messed up to the fact that I had just did a movie for the first time, and
You
maybe
like, nah, that's just clean, but yeah.
right. You know, I'm a real technical dude. I wanted to get up there and say, no, it's their fault, but I wanted to remain professional and all of that. They wouldn't let us go back and let me take a look.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between working with movie theaters and like really working with a venue that will give you some power over how you present yourself. I didn't really like that.
But I think again, this goes in part in terms of educating your fan base, educating the customer, right? And I think when you talk about short films, I mean, there's black short film festivals, things like that. But I don't think we get a lot of exposure to that other than the people who are involved, right?
Right.
So I think what you did, you exposed it to a group who have no interest in that. They just went because this dope ass rapper, you know, some people affiliated with you, and you're exposing them to that. Now again, I can understand how I feel to see something. I mean, just on Instagram, it's done. Like if someone reposts something and it's all. That's just on Instagram, so I can imagine.
In the movie theater.
it
It was kind of crucial for me
yeah.
because I felt like this was a huge moment for my underground career.
Yeah.
And I knew that what we had done was very pivotal in hip hop in this city particularly.
Yes, yeah.
And the presentation of the first introduction of it wasn't what we wanted it to be.
Right.
And I know initial introductions are everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So of course what carries over is yes, they did a great thing, but the movie wasn't that great.
Right.
On top of that, the resolution wasn't that great.
Right.
And none of that is due to
But
AMC 30. That's
I realize a lot of people don't catch, don't have an eye. They don't catch that. They feel it, but it's they're not.
and
that
that
ripping it up.
That
like
dawned on me in the theater.
Yeah.
Because I do so many visual effects that a lot of people were assuming that those were parts of the clips. They really did.
Oh,
A lot of people
I
were
like how the
okay.
video just went black right there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's dope.
So what I wanted to say is, have you put any thought to continue in that type of?
Oh yes. So if you haven't heard, I'm working on a new movie.
Nice.
This movie is definitely what I wanted out of a movie originally.
Okay.
I took everything that I learned from Cold Summer and I applied it to this project.
Awesome. Right.
And I feel like we successfully did that. Now, this goes back to me not writing. I don't really like to write, period. Because
Which is where this conversation started.
right. So this really is, it comes full circle because working on this movie, I brought in Destiny Barnes, who wrote a book that was featured in the Slim Thug Enemy video. And on the way to South by Southwest, we literally wrote a short film to shoot in Austin because we had rented a cabin there specifically to maximize on this trip and make a short film. Things didn't go according to plan, so we didn't get everything done in one night. That's just not how you do movies now. I figured that part out too.
Okay.
So the start of it was great. So we just continued it here in Houston, and the only reason why I got through writing this movie is because she literally typed it out. Ideas that I had, she was there. I spoke them to her. She wrote them out.
She transcribed it.
So without that, this movie doesn't happen because I'm just not that type of guy. So I understand that that's a part of a team system that I would always need.
I think that's important because it's in your head. So it's different if you're just doing it, but when you're trying to convey that to other parts with Destiny's doing, that's almost impossible for them to kind of see what's in your head.
Yes.
So I think that's very important.
And I'm a very visual learner as well. So how can I be a visual learner and be a non-visual teacher or director? So that just creates a strain in my process if I don't have that, because I storyboard a lot of things, which is putting the photo there.
You draw. Damn.
And I draw. So, I can like floor plans.
I think God gives some people too many talents though. I'll talk to him later about that. But so what do you feel that you brought over? You were saying that what you learned from Cold Summer you're applying to this one. What are some of those things that you're applying to this new film? All
right, super secret about Cold Summer. The actual full movie wasn't completed until the day it was shown.
Get the fuck out of here.
Literally burned the DVD for the movie 1 hour before people showed up, which was the reason why I had the DVD that I tested out in the other theater and knew that it was clear. So I sat there, watched a 20-minute movie, very clear in a great theater, dope, lifesaver. We just finished the movie. Nobody's ever gonna know. Right. And then we moved to a bigger theater and it doesn't show well.
I know you were super excited at first though.
Oh my gosh. So you can imagine my face when I saw that screen. I was like, wait a minute, what is that?
Wow.
It's happening all the time. So the reason behind all those black dropouts is the people in the back thought it could be an HDMI cable that was given the lines through, because they said they had an issue with that before. So they said in between chapters we'll swap cables. They were assuming that the first chapter it was going to be the first cable. So when they did it the first chapter, they saw that it wasn't that cable. They thought, let's try a different cable. So what that continued black thing was them swapping cables. It wasn't that the movie was dropping out.
Gotcha.
They were trying to fix the issue before the movie was over, not knowing that the movie was pretty short, and by the time you've done that 5 times, we've got over 7 chapters.
Wow.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I was up there having a baby heart attack. But it's all good.
Right. Man.
Fast forward, things turn out great. I get noticed by Houston Trend.
Right.
There's a concert that happens.
Absolutely.
Nothing but exponential growth since then. So I never look back and say, oh, that was a terrible time. That was a bad day. But I know personally that it was a rough day.
Yeah.
And it just really made me know that, all right, God is telling me, next time I give you an opportunity, prepare yourself.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this. I believe that, this is almost fact. Every success, whether a successful person, a successful event, they always have some story like this to tell.
Yes.
Always. It always sounds good when you're doing well, It's kind of you know what I'm saying. Like when you're doing well, you can always tell those stories. It's not a good story to talk about how you live in your car when you still do.
Yeah.
But when you Tyler
Exactly.
Perry and you own Atlanta, you can talk about how you live in your car and they go, wow, you made it through that.
Yeah.
And it's like something.
I've been a big fan of telling that story about the car lately, though. Evident in shots.
Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on.
Song, the last song, the song before the last song on my newest project is I'm saying keep it real was probably broker than you, but keep it real I provide hope for the crew. That's a true statement because I'm just check to check like everybody else, but I know on Instagram I probably look pretty wealthy because I just have very expensive looking stuff to post.
Right.
And this expense is really a perception based off of things that I can create off of natural talent.
So yeah, ain't nobody fresher. Can we get to fashion? We can get to fashion.
Can we get to who?
We talk about fashion. Let's do it. Okay, I didn't know if you had any more questions about that.
No. I mean, shit. I was just letting them go because.
So A&F ain't nobody fresher.
Yes,
That's a LLC.
Yes, sir.
What is that embody? Total.
Actually, it's A&F Group. That's the.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Ain't Nobody Fresher is an extension of the LLC. It's just basically a sister company now. It's just going to be the more music oriented portion of our company.
Because I saw you doing like fashion shows and.
Yes, I'm very heavy into fashion, and I like to get fresh. It's apparently from the name of the company, and at first I did want to tap into clothing design and fashion shows and mix hip hop with.
It could be all niggas farting. That'd be pretty awesome.
Hey, that would definitely fit our crew because I got a guy named Buddy Robe that can clear a building with one fart.
His name was Buddy Robe.
Buddy Rowe.
Take the B off the end and you got him. But Buddy Robe,
Buddy Robe. Okay.
this guy's farts.
Oh wow.
Atomic Bomb, Texas.
Oh man. That's pretty. I would like to meet him.
He's here.
Okay. Keep the door open, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Keep the door open.
Yo.
But I don't even know what I was talking about. But yeah, the fashion thing, I wanted to get into that, but I kind of really drew back from it because I see so many people in the city are saturating fashion, and I'm not really one to fake it like that because I know fashion isn't my passion.
Got it.
Fashion is something that I can do, that I would do to make some money.
Right.
I still design clothes,
Indeed.
of course. It's most of the time just for promotional material for the team.
That's motherfuckers in my head, yo.
But
I'm gonna talk to God later. It's okay.
cool. But I still design everything, man. Like you remember, he inspired a design for a Mother's Day shirt that I did the other day, and
No, that came from your lyric.
I know, but I mean the wording on there made me think T-shirt.
What was the lyric?
Let me pull it.
Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it later.
Oh yeah, soaked up my mama's wisdom. I owe her a lot of kisses.
Right.
Indeed. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It was gonna be a Mother's Day thing, but
Yeah.
only Elliot wanted one and like 2 other people, so I didn't make the order. It wasn't a 10-minute.
So is that's so A&F group is that your media group and is that
Well, it's everything really. I forgot to finish that. So
no, that's my bad.
A&F group is the head of a PR company in Deja Vu PR.
Oh wow.
A production company in Copark, which is headed by Ben Wade. He's a producer on our team. He lives in Dallas. He doesn't really come to team meetings and do stuff. He's kind of like a caveman.
I've heard that name a lot.
He produces 90% of everything that I do.
Okay.
He masters everyone's music that comes out of A&F.
Got it.
So does he come down here
Beats.
often or
Maybe once a year.
I got it.
Once a year?
Beats.
He came to the Cold Summer thing last year. That was the only day in 16 that I saw Ben Wade.
These Beats by Dre are playing Beats by Ben Wade.
That's him.
Got it. Okay.
So he's our production leader. Maybe about 5 years ago, A&F had a few more producers on the team, but people start doing other things. So mainly it's just him, Robert, and my cousin who produce under him now. And then there is our photography team and videography team in Wasted Minds, but we just call it A&F Visuals now because it's mostly headed by me. At first it was a team of 4 people who had several different companies.
Right.
As the focus became more personal for other parties, I'm still trying to keep the very general, broad type of company running here. So I'm just focusing on leaving it under my company name since it's mostly under my company's instruction.
Right.
So there's the visual group, the photography group, the PR group, the production group, and of course the rappers.
You literally have built yourself a nice little multimedia setup.
Yes, and the motivation behind this was after graduating college, I saw a lot of people doing things that we all could team up and do and be great separately.
Right.
I knew dudes who came out of college who decided to do photography full time. These very educated black men who I knew were business savvy, and we could really make a run at things if we did things properly. So I just really wanted to team up like Voltron and just be a power force. But early on, you'll find that just teaming up with people with a genuine goal in mind. If everybody isn't really in tune with that goal, things will eventually just start to go a different direction. Yeah. So with all these services being passed around, like I had Ben Wade, I had Matt, I had all kinds of different people doing all kinds of different stuff. Managers, producers, videographers, photographers, big group of people that I just used my network coming out of U of H with to team up in. As people got better at their crafts, they started to get drawn away from the monetary side of things.
Gotcha.
So now that I'm getting paid a lot of money on the weekend, doing a video trick to figure out what we can do with Q becomes something that we used to do.
Right.
And I can understand that when I know I'm paying bills too. I get it. I was an engineer for a long time while I was doing A&F. Right. I wasn't just rapping. I was going to work making plenty bread. Right. So whenever somebody was about to go make some money, I understood that. So that being the factor, it just turned into something else. But now it's different because I express that to people. Right. And if you join the team, you know what it is. Right. And there's no gray area anymore.
So you never doing like the crumb hustle because you was making bread.
Well, yeah. I just trying to.
I guess what I mean, like crumb hustle, basically is where everyone's pulling you, trying to, hey, can you come shoot my such and such birthday party? Can you come shoot you got to pick with, okay, this is what I do.
Exactly.
And people look at you crazy sometimes because you turn down money.
Exactly. Okay. So that gets weird. Yeah. And you don't want to force anybody to do anything for free. At the end of the day, Ain't Nobody Fresher was a unity that nobody was being taxed for, paying dues for, under contract for. Right. So I can never tell you not to go make no bread if I'm not offering you money. Right. Exactly. So that's basically where it still is, but at this point, everybody on my team can eat though, because we've created a platform to where money is coming in every direction. Right. Deja Vu PR makes money. Ben Wade makes money. Right. Pirate Fame makes money. I make money. Almost everybody on the team is making some bread somehow through this business that we've created. So now it's easy for me to say, work for this team and also make money. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a better deal. Right. So that's what the company became, and that's all it is.
After Cold Summer working with Doe, I know it kind of put you in line because you weren't on my radar until the actual Cold Summer. I watched it on my phone. I remember watching it. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, what the fuck is that? That was before the Summer Jam.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I went out there. Of course, I know a lot of people are now, pulling at your sleeve, like, hey, let's work on this, work on that. Is that what's the environment now? Is that what you're going through right now?
Yeah, it kind of is, and it's weird because now I kind of don't know how to receive it because I did so much reaching out early on in my career, and I know I was going unnoticed by people just because I wasn't popular or I just hadn't done anything to stand out. But it creates an awkward feel for me because I've seen people just slap me in the face like I'm nobody when I pulled up, and it's not even just on a rapper level; it's on every level of business. Like I've dealt with promoters who've just did bad business with me. I've dealt with so many people who've done bad business, and now that I've stayed consistent and not burned bridges with people, I see people come back my direction, and it just gets a little funny sometimes. It's hard to stay professional.
And you can't do nothing about it though. You can, but I feel that, what's the saying? In business, there's no permanent enemies, there's no permanent friends.
Right, there aren't.
And that kind of goes back to the conversation you and I had before Q had got here. As far as
we was talking about his clothes.
No, what the
not that conversation.
No. Well, I was talking about things with Houston Tread. reaching out, stuff like that.
Right. Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah, absolutely. Just when we were talking about Chris Rock saying where he said a lot of times people would rather help someone that's already pushing the car versus someone who's hitchhiking. Right. You gotta. But it's weird. I guess it's a little different in your case because you've been pushing the car, and
just
motherfuckers
people
are
just
driving
don't
by
know.
you. But now you got to start it. You push it in. You got a new car, and now everybody want help you out now. And it's like I don't need the help. Oh,
Yeah, when you find your mojo and you don't really need
Yeah.
as much assistance as
Right.
people, and then it looks weird. It looks like you bougie now
Yeah.
that you don't need help.
Are you familiar with the artist Russ? Anybody familiar? Okay, I keep bringing him up.
Yeah, you brought him up at least on the last 3 episodes.
Yeah. He
Rapper?
was, yeah,
Singer?
yeah.
Haven't heard of him. Houston?
Well, he kind of like he's because you sing.
Oh,
You sing.
oh,
Well,
so he's not Houston.
He's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a young Italian cat. If you watch like BET Hip Hop Awards, he was on there. Ponytail. He's pretty dope.
Okay.
Very melodic. But basically his story is he tried to go the commercial way, tried to go through the radio routes. No one's fucking with him. But he has 2 platinum songs now, all basically kind of Bryson Tiller way.
Okay.
If not even better. But now that he's making so much noise, he's selling out Webster Hall in New York. Webster Hall would be more comparable to a Drink Houston, but 3 floors.
Oh, that's live.
Not Drink Houston, 3 floors. He's selling that out. He did that twice, right? Which is a big deal. So all the rap radars are.
That's a big ass club.
And I don't
Yeah.
know who he is, and I'm all the way in hip hop, so that shows you
Right.
that there's ways to
Right.
eat so strong.
And that was the whole point. So now his tables are turning, where now he was on Everyday Struggle. They were talking about him. Everybody's reaching out. They want a piece of him now, and he's kind of saying, "Look, fuck these labels, fuck these radio stations." He's kind of doing that, where they were like, "Hey, I get it, but you don't want to burn your bridges," like you were saying.
Exactly. I would
You may
never
need
do
it.
that. I would never do anything like that because I just know what it means
Right.
to be on the other side, and then people see you a certain way when you approach them. It could have been my approach could have been coming off the wrong way in order to get somebody to respond correctly. Because I've given music to almost everybody. I had given music to Elliot before I even knew him. You know what I mean? So I had given him just product.
My story with him.
Yo.
But I know, but the thing is, I know that there are a lot of people give people like Elliot music, and they don't really know exactly what he can do for them, but they just want him to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you have that in your heart and you're approaching somebody, it's all over your face.
Right.
This person knows, and they receive it much differently.
Right.
So just learning the game and learning that I've been there. I mean, that's like I said, I've been there. Like I probably handed you a CD and was, "Can you get this, bro?" Like hopefully this guy would say something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this was years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I would have stayed there in that sort of mind frame, I would have been stuck. Because the thing is, if you know you dope, you're just gonna keep going, dog. If you're gonna find another way to do something, and you're gonna keep doing whatever. And
Right.
that's just basically what I did. I feel like I've been dope for a long time, and I feel like I got overlooked a long time ago, but so does everybody else.
Right.
So does everybody else.
Right.
That's something that you have to consider. Like, a lot of people are extremely dope and get looked over.
Man, I actually describe our first interaction in the article that for the magazine.
Oh,
So
yeah?
when that gets ready to drop, y'all get the full detail on that
I'm
one.
so excited about that, man. It's so crazy to even be right here, right now, to even being on here. Like, I know there's so many artists who want to be here, talking to y'all. And I often know that you guys don't know the impact that y'all have on underground hip hop just by being the type of figures that you are. And then in return, these people don't know what you guys can do in return with the impact that you hold. So the whole miscommunication behind that creates a weird atmosphere for artists in underground because
You know
they don't
what?
know where to go.
I'm blaming everything right now on you and Doe, because when we packed out Warehouse, now everybody looks at me like, "Dog, what's up?"
Hey,
We need
but and there was a lot of conversations before, but that's going to happen, or at least I don't know about you. I know
no.
that's
So
gonna
I never really expect the reaction. I'm just doing it. You know, I'm just doing it because I love it. When I do a concert like that, it's because I really admire the people that I'm putting on it.
No, not that part. I mean,
What do you, so
in terms
I'm
of
talking about
how people are going to start going, hey.
Well, no. I mean, even then, that's what I'm talking about is the reaction. Like, oh shit.
But
he
you know,
put
but
so
you
and so
don't-
on. He put so and so on.
But you know that's
no,
gonna,
but
you gotta know
and-
that's gonna happen.
but
I do.
I don't even
see
think
it.
about that. Like, I'm just more worried about what I'm doing as opposed to how
Yeah,
people
but
are
you
going
can-
to feel about it.
But you're smarter than that. You can think ahead and know what's gonna happen when they show up and they see. I know he's playing humble now, but I get it. I get it.
I mean, you know, people don't know.
No, but I don't know. I think he's playing humble right now. But I think when
No, legit.
when you sit back, okay, regardless of the distortion of the film, whatever that was fucking up.
Look.
when you saw how it was your Cold Summer was received well, when you stepped out, everybody was shaking hands. You kind of you feel it's not like everybody gonna be on my nuts now. You're not thinking that, but you understand that people are going to start. Hey, I was thinking about doing. Now I get it. I see where it's coming from. You laugh a little bit because you're like, oh, that's the dude I was talking. He probably remember.
I'm not even ashamed to say it, man. I had people approach me who I was reaching out to them. They wanted to charge me to do music, and then immediately after that movie, it's cool to do a verse.
Wow.
I get it though.
Yeah.
Right.
Because anybody who knows anything knows that when you're doing business with somebody, everybody wants some sort of exchange out of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even now I have to consider who I'm doing music with based off of my time value now.
Exactly, and that's the danger of working like that, because there has to be this has to be a value exchange. I think it was you were talking about, and no, okay, well, it's not gonna bring nothing back to me. If it's just dope,
and that used to be me.
Yeah,
that used to be me.
Yeah.
Why do a song with you? You can rap.
Yeah.
But what else?
What else? What is it? Where's the value exchange?
Exactly.
Because I know like 9 other dope people that's on my team or 9 that I came up with.
Exactly.
I just work with them. But if I see the value because you're bringing me a fan base or you're bringing me this or whatever it is or you're giving me bread, then
but peep this though. Mm-hmm. I never knew that I would have such a value exchange in videography. Because now that is my value exchange. And people, it's so funny because I'm a smart dude and I always make jokes about how people play me all the time because I might not look that smart, but people play me so funny and I'm pretty smart, dog. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So when I get funny stuff that come to me, it's just so hilarious that people try to swindle me with stuff. So it's like, man, what if I do a video with you now and we could do a song?
I could probably talk to you for hours on this.
Yeah, so it's just so funny when people say it man. Well, I accept it normally because I get it now.
Yeah.
And here's, I don't want to cut you off.
No. It's about you.
I feel like I'm smart enough to know that it's stupid to try to insult somebody because of that. I know now that you needed value for the exchange. You see the value now. Maybe you don't feel like I'm that dope of an artist still, but you know I can give you a dope video.
And that's in part you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I saw the value in video a long time ago. I put so much. I didn't even know what I was doing when I bought all this shit. I bought this shit. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just on YouTube University.
Seemed like you knew for sure.
No, I did not. Trust me. This videos I'm trying to burn. I'm on YouTube trying to burn them right now, trying to find them and just
get rid of it.
Yeah, you know how there's some girls that are like going running for president and they got some naked pictures out there. That's how I'm trying to find these videos, dude.
Man, I got a couple. Hey, he's found a song.
Man,
Elliot found a song that my goodness gracious.
I'm not even gonna play it.
Yeah,
because
don't do
it got like halfway through, and I was like, no, no.
Hilariousness, right? Oh my god.
But man, but look, going, whatever you're going back to wherever you can think of, but to now, I see you just walking down Main Street, just a regular, just walk, but everything looks. It's like, yo, how much money are you putting into this shit? This is fireworks going. I know they didn't time it for those fireworks. He had to put that in there.
Right. That was After Effects.
But it looks good though. But even though I'm looking, I'm like, I know that's an After Effect. And you trying to look. I'm looking for like some like. I see what he did. It's like, nah, that shit is ill. And then
Thank you, man.
Yeah. So, but even before I knew how to even do anything, I knew there was value in that, and that's the main reason why that pushed me to it. Then I developed a passion for it.
Gotcha.
But I think I think you had a true passion versus me. I saw a value in it, and then it developed into one. I think you had a true passion where that was just over your head.
I think I had a true motive, and that created the passion out of it.
Okay.
My motive was I could not afford the videos.
Yeah.
These videos from some of our
You
top
sound like
competitors.
Russ. You sound like Russ right now.
For real, that's funny. I should probably meet this young man.
You got
Before I started really heavily shooting my own videos, I was seeking out the best videographers in the city, in my opinion. I was going to Evesboro. I don't know if you guys know Danny Ocean.
Ocean is a beast.
He
boy.
was 25 hundos.
He
25 hundos 6 years ago.
Boy's a beast.
Super beast. Now, given, I told him on the phone, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Pound, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Pound, I can't afford it. Though.
Exactly.
So that turns you into, all right, so
I'm glad you said him first. He's tough.
he is. Then I went to IO Visuals. Chill. I don't know if you guys know him.
No, sir.
He's done a lot of great work for a vast amount of artists in all kind of places. His video work is pretty extreme.
Okay.
His videos are 3,500. So I had a song that everybody seemed to like the best called Candy Kangaroo. I spent my whole entire budget on a video from him with models, with the whole shebang. I'm talking, I spent the whole 4K.
Was B in it? I'm just joking.
I spent like 4K on the video, and back then this was almost everything.
Yeah.
But it was so much to the
Wait,
point.
how long? What year was this?
How many years ago was that? About 3?
That's not that long
Candy
ago.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, about 3 years ago.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah. So
Wait.
2
When you
years
start
maybe.
when you start doing videos?
Man, just a couple years ago. I was already doing editing
don't tell me
before Candy Kangaroo. Which
I'm
is
about
why
to throw
the
my
story-
camera over that balcony. Man.
That's
You
funny.
started 2 years ago.
Well, I told you I was an engineer.
I want to hear
was
that shit. You
already
started
in-
doing video 2 years ago.
Not 2.
God
Let's say
Let me
4.
feel better. Say 10. Say 14 years ago.
say 4 or 5.
Dang,
But I've always known how to do stuff. Like some of my old videos, I did them on video, Windows Media Player.
Okay. What do you use now?
I use Adobe Premiere,
Okay.
After Effects, and Photoshop. The whole
Yeah.
Adobe suite is really
Gotcha.
my whole thing.
Okay.
But I used to do Final
I have
Cut
it.
Pro.
It does nothing for me.
Adobe.
Yeah, no.
just gotta know how to
my stuff
use it.
doesn't look like his stuff.
Here's the secret though.
Yeah.
A lot of people go in there. It's just like Pro Tools. I don't know if you guys fool with that or not, but you go in there. There's a lot of things you can do in After Effects. There's a lot of stuff you can do in Premiere. You don't have to tackle everything
Just focus on
first.
one, two,
Focus on one thing that you want to do. That in turn starts to teach you other things about the software that you learn to manipulate by default.
Right.
So when you see something else, you can automatically correlate that skill
That's
with
great advice.
another effect.
That's
or another plugin.
that's great advice.
I mean, that's how I ended up learning. What did I just say?
Moot.
Luring.
That's how I ended up
Moot.
understanding Photoshop.
Oh yeah. Now see, once you understand Photoshop, then you automatically can understand Premiere and After Effects because Photoshop is kind of like
The in between of both of those.
Exactly.
After Effects is like a good mix of
everything.
yeah.
In Photoshop, I just know how to make it bright and dark.
Oh, but man, you seem like you lie. Man,
Nah, bro.
come on, this dude right now.
Corey tripping. Corey is
Mr.
lying.
Humble over here. I've seen this dude's pictures, man,
Make
and
it-
his videos.
I can make it beige and I can make it black and white.
You do well with it. I said there's an eye in there.
No, but I was gonna ask you something. Hold on, man. I think I might. What was you about to ask? He went by. I just put him on the spot while I look for.
Yeah,
something else to ask.
I was what the. So yeah.
I know. Okay, I was watching.
Right when I get a fucking
Go ahead,
question.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now you got to go now because you
No, this was key. I was watching your one of your I think one of your newest visuals right now, newest records right now. You're pushing.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me the name. I'm gonna fuck it up, so I'm gonna ask you the name again.
You know it.
Featuring.
By Brianna McCole.
I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
This is a very good story too, man. This young lady is very talented. I met her at a showcase, and I remember I had a showcase, and I was getting kind of popular within my little circle, and a lot of people came to my show, and it was dope. We did a great job, and all of the people who came to see me, they left. And as we were all leaving, I remember meeting her and saying I was going to stay to watch her show.
Okay.
And usually I say that to artists and I give everybody a chance, but you know, there's a lot of people who really suck out here. But as everybody was preparing to leave, and I'm telling Twin them I wanted to watch this young lady perform.
Twin, that's Annika.
That's
and
Deja
Annika.
Vu. That's Veronica and Lamonica.
I know they got the Annikas going.
Yeah, Annika 1 and 2. But
So if
I'm
you have a
telling them to
daughter,
hold on.
you got to call her DeMonica.
no daughters. I'm done. 2 is it. I'm done. No, but anyway, I'm walking out, and no, they're walking out, and I'm standing there because I'm giving her just due. I know people are gonna leave, but I'm just gonna watch.
Right.
And I literally sat there for the whole show. I was very drawn to her show, and the passion behind her music. I could tell it was real.
Yeah, the
You know what I'm
record's
saying?
tough. The record's tough.
And it wasn't even that song. It was just something random. And I seen her family was there. She had like family support. It was real dope. So I stayed, I clapped, and I was like, man, you dope. And I just ended up meeting her later on in the future, just running into her a lot. So one day, fast forward, she walks into the studio and was like, I got this song. I just emailed it to you. Listen to it whenever you want to. I think you'll be live on it. It's Enoia. She left, and I immediately put the song on. I was just chilling. I think it was the end of the day. And this song comes on, and it blows me away. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the record.
This is not for me. I'm thinking at first. I listened to the song at least 30 times and was like, I don't have anything for it. Though I love this song, I just don't have words for it. I was attempting to come in there rapping very introspectively, very fast, then slow.
Right.
All the stuff in my mind don't play out it doesn't equate to her verse. So I'm just like, I'm gonna just tell her I can't do nothing because I feel like I need to sing.
Wait. So because I feel like you're about to get to this part, but because your part is still, even though she crashed it, like your part is one of my favorite parts of it, just on the way you come into it.
Well, here's what she did. She was like, look,
Pause.
the song doesn't have a... Hey, he reaches.
No, I'm joking.
He reaches with him too, man.
I
You
do,
funny.
I
We
do.
do great in jokes together. Pause. But anyway,
He used to do stand-up comedy.
Oh, for real? You may need to headline some things for us, man.
No, not anymore.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't
Turn
do
him
it.
down?
Nah, yeah.
Sound good.
Can we get Ken?
Funny motherfucker.
We
Anyways,
get Ken
but-
Burns.
I can tell, dog. This boy been cracking them all day. But so I'm thinking this song sounds like it needs more singing. And if you know me, I'm always very intimidated by singing because I know in my heart that I'm not a true singer. I know real singers. I know Brianna McCole. I know Allie. You know what I'm saying? These people can really sing. When I go in the booth, I'm not lining nobody. I'm very studio singing.
Right.
So there's no cover for it. I don't care. It's part of what I do.
Right.
In turn, I know that she's a performing artist, and I respect the stage. So I seldomly do not make a song that I can't perform anymore because I used to get on stage and feel like a dummy.
Yeah.
And I've seen other artists get up there and try to cross over songs that really don't carry over good as performance songs. So I know the difference. So in turn, I told myself to never write another song that you can't perform because it just doesn't make sense. People might love whatever. And what if you can't give it to them on stage? That's where it counts. That's where you really win people. So I had promised myself this thing, but I couldn't not get on this song. The first few times, don't slip, even if I did slip. I was like, I like it. Throw some T-Pain on it. Let's see where this thing is gonna go. Lo and behold, it's pretty jingly. So, and
pause. That one needed a pause.
pause for you, man. I could have been talking about tits.
Exactly.
But anyway,
I love jingly titties.
No, they bounce. Those bounce.
No.
some jingle.
I love jingle titties.
How low? Wait, those
Jingle.
are old.
Jingles or songs?
No, jingle. No, they just
You
don't
ever
have to-
seen titties swing to a tune?
Yes, it's very awesome. It's like, it's like if karaoke, like you don't know how to sing the song, you don't know the melody. It's just like, yeah.
Jingle.
Yeah, you need the jingle titties for that.
Shit.
Commercials have jingles.
I've
Titties
seen-
are in commercials.
I've seen some things in Tijuana. I have not seen titties jingle to a song
You haven't lived long enough.
outside of Lil Jon's video. Wait, we're damn near the same age. What the fuck?
Damn near.
Oh man. No, this is this is what I want to ask to that, and I don't know if I'm cutting you off now because we throwing jokes out there. We
No, I think I was done. I ended up just making the song, singing through it, and I ended up singing the whole thing. And I liked it. I sent it to her. She likes it. And to this day, I'm still intimidated by performing the song. She knows I don't like to sing the song because it's
Shit,
just...
man, you need to get over that shit. That shit jams.
I
The
mean,
fuck?
it's got
The
auto-tune
fuck?
on it.
The fuck you?
I know. I told myself not to do it. I did it. Look where we are. So it's biting me in the butt right now. I won't do it again.
Shit.
this is what I wanted to ask.
Now I gotta come up with a summer jams just to make you do it.
And
No, you'll see it soon.
Okay.
I've been preparing myself.
in the video, if you watch the video, it's visually the visual concept is basically magazine covers and magazine subtitles and things like that. One of the subtitles that caught me.
You read something?
I did because it was tough because you were blurring in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I was caught. So when it came in, I was
you
like,
had to really
I had to really catch it.
there?
So I wrote
That's
it down. So I wrote this down. But basically, one of
dope.
the subtitles was Q Guyton talks more professionalism in hip hop. What does that mean?
Glad you brought that up. At one moment, I felt like this had become my new calling in hip hop. We talked about my struggles with the way people were treating me in a business manner, and I feel like that is because in hip hop, this industry doesn't require you to have a certification to call yourself something.
Right.
So you can be a blogger and don't know how to spell.
Exactly.
You can be an engineering
Fuck you, Corey.
guy in here. I mean, that's a baby lightweight slug, but I mean, I can't spell either. Or whatever. I know people use spell check, but you get what I mean.
Indeed.
Engineers that don't know how to mix and master, they're posing as engineers.
Right.
And I come from a background where an engineer has a very prestigious value to the name itself. So calling yourself an engineer over here, almost everybody does. And that is just so weird to me because these people don't know a lot about any of these softwares that they're using.
That's real.
So me going to a session with an engineer who's supposed to be mixing and mastering a project for me, and I'm watching you on the computer, very knowledgeable about how computers work, and then you're hitting a few buttons and telling me you don't know how to add an echo.
Oh wow.
And so I'm thinking like, wow, that's pretty basic.
Yeah.
And I would think. You know what I'm saying? So this forced me to learn how to do things when people are telling me in the studio, you can't add this right here. When I feel like, wow, how are you engineering? You can't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So looking at Pro Tools, looking at Adobe Premiere and After Effects, they look very intimidating. Yeah. You can go down the list of options in there and feel intimidated immediately. But here's the secret. These platforms are made for so much stuff, it's not meant for you to know everything.
Yep.
So you learn what you need to know and become a perfectionist in that area.
Right.
And if that's all that you need to execute, that's where you will start to dwell and thrive more and more and more. The more you learn about this small group of information in this huge thing, the better you will get at it by default. It's just like the world. Like if I chose to be a great basketball player, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be great at every other sport.
Exactly.
But I'm still considered an athlete at the same time.
Right.
So therefore, I will be able to do some other sports by default because of my great knowledge in this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so that's the reason why all of these skills that I have started to trickle over into other areas. Is because I started to sharpen my sword in areas that had core value like visuals. That's basically the thing that revolves around everything that we do today. It's our biggest commercial value due to the way Instagram and Facebook has set up marketing strategies.
I'm not sure if you pay attention to. I bring this up all the time about Gary Vaynerchuk.
I don't know who that is.
Wow, it's crazy because you're doing everything that he's saying. So
it's weird. I'm kind of like the guy who don't watch a lot of TV.
No,
now.
no. It's not. Well, he's not. He's
I don't
or social media.
Well, I wouldn't even know how to actually. He does a lot of different stuff, but one of the biggest things he said if you have a company, you're a media company first. I don't care what it is, you're a media company first.
Right.
And that's one of the things
I agree with that.
Right. And you probably agree with a lot he says. But you probably watch, it'd be more affirmation for you. It probably wouldn't be more like just like, oh wow, enlightenment. But
I've been getting that a lot lately.
I think that's good though. I think affirmation can be good, especially on the path and
It's
someone's
key. It's key,
and it's strengthening what you're doing. It's like, I'm on the right path.
Without affirmation, I guarantee, maybe not me personally, I'm kind of like the non-give up kind of dude.
Yeah.
But definitely, affirmations have been key in my continuance of doing music.
Are you Nigerian? Nah, this motherfucker. Because that
my
makes
dad
sense.
is Nigerian. The funny thing,
the only why I said that is because you said
half Eddie.
No, engineering. And then you did 2 years. I was like, okay, it makes sense.
You gotta tell the story.
Has to be an immigrant.
You gotta tell the story now. Yes, you have to tell the story.
Is your father's moved here from, or is
Nigeria? It's a long story, but I'll make it short. It's funny because this guy already heard it. It's a bit embarrassing. All right, here it is.
You got to do it.
My dad's Nigerian. And I'm half Nigerian. Of course, my mother's just African American.
Okay. Just.
They met in college, PV University, by the way. Shout out to PV. And when they went, my mother's from Lubbock. They went to Lubbock together. He was an engineer already. He was creating some computer software chip that was being used in hospitals for something. I don't know. I never got to actually meet him before I was a grown man, so I didn't know anything about his career path until I was grown. And I feel like the reason why he reached out to me is because I had become an engineer and he heard about it through his other children, because I reached out to them on Nigerian Independence Day because some of my coworkers were telling me, you're Nigerian, you never embrace your culture, and we feel like you need to learn something about it. Because a lot of them were going to Nigeria during the summertime and stuff like that, just visiting the homeland, and they just made me feel like, you know what, I do need to do some research on my history. I just kind of feel like I avoided it because it's the whole black dad. I don't need that dude. I don't care about that dude thing. I got a whole dad. Why go look for a culture that I really haven't got to experience growing up? I felt like my culture was more so my stepdad's culture. So, and I still believe so. But
this, I think DNA is embedded. It's
exactly. So I did some research, and it was crazy because when I Googled my dad's full name, it was a recent death of his daughter online, explaining this huge car wreck. So I immediately sitting at my desk, reading this stuff and thinking like, wow, could this actually be the same person as my dad? And so I'm looking further, and then I see the obituary, I see photos of people, and I see that they're from Lubbock, and then it just like boom, 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 boom. And so I went home, and I think MySpace was still out. I told Deja Vu PR, LaMonica, who's my wife now, I told her, look at these people. I think they might be
these people,
my family. So she was like, you should say something to them on social media. And I really wasn't on social media, so she got on hers and reached out to them. And then, lo and behold, these people were really my family. So fast forward, they tell my dad about me, and they were like, this guy called us, and you really did have a son. Like, this story was true. Like, they had heard whispers about me before.
So your father wasn't he
wasn't around.
But he didn't know. Did he know that you were
even alive?
Yeah.
Yes, because my mother got the child support people in his life around when I was 15.
Enough said. Gotcha.
They gave her a huge one payment check to let you know this guy must have been pretty wealthy, which paid for my college education.
Awesome.
Wow.
So
not awesome. Sorry.
Super awesome.
Okay.
But,
he's on penny.
Yeah, super awesome. And it was crazy because when that happened, I had just recently gotten a scholarship to Prairie View University, which is where my mother went to school. It was an academic scholarship, and I was campaigning that U of H was a better school.
Prairie View be rapping though. We had King Henry.
We had King Henry. There's a lot of talent that came out of
great people.
Mr. Rogers.
Great system.
Guyton.
I was just under the impression that I would have a better chance to get a job coming out of the university.
You was trying to get in the music business. You go to PV. You were trying to get in the music. Don't lie to me.
No. I was coming in there to be an engineer. So, of course, I was thinking, let's go over here.
When God has other plans, he put him where he needs them.
Without U of H, I never meet my wife. So, I'm always grateful for that experience. That is definitely the zenith of my experience at U of H.
But, look at that.
Stop
Shout
that.
out to the wife. Shout out to the wife. But so anyway, I got that bread that I'm like, well, look, this guy just gave us some money. I can still go to U of H if I don't get a scholarship. Because I thought I was really going to get a scholarship to U of H. I really did this huge project to get this great scholarship to U of H. I was the only black kid in the runnings for it. I just knew I was going to get it. But they gave me the Prairie View one, and they gave the U of H one to another student at our school.
Gotcha.
And I was just kind of like heartbroken about that. So she used the bread to let me go to U of H. Okay. And it was basically all the money. But it paid off well because, I just ended up getting a job and it was cool. Right. But fast forward, I meet my dad because...
so you actually met him?
Yeah, this is the funny part.
Okay,
so,
oh shit.
I find my sisters online. I meet them. I flew them to Houston to meet me. We met in person. They told me that the dad left them as well. Oh, wow. And they don't really communicate it, but they couldn't wait to throw it in his face that I was real. So they told him about it, and then he reaches out to me. I get this foreign number from Nigeria, and then I get a phone call from him. And ironically, I'm about to get married And he's like, well, I want to come to the wedding. And I was like, whoa, that's going to be pretty disrespectful to my real father. I don't feel like this is the best time to make your introduction to my family at a wedding.
That's a great decision.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
you know,
think about
without
that.
being mature, I would have definitely made the wrong decision about that. And I'm so thankful that I did do what I did.
Smart choice.
And it just worked out for me. So the funny part is, he says, well, I'll pull up on you now.
Did he did he use the words pull up?
No.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. I was like, Nigeria's popping.
I'm gonna be disrespectful to tell you how it was, but it was hilarious. His accent's very strong, very thick. It was hilarious, bro.
I've heard Godfrey do it a ton of times.
Oh my gosh. He left me a voicemail that I kept for years because it's so funny.
Can we play it in one of our commercial breaks?
I don't have it anymore, but it's hilarious. But okay, so he's like, I'm gonna pull up on you right now then, before the wedding. I'm on my bachelor party vacation with my best friend and another guy. And I'm like, I'm in Vegas. He's like, oh, cool, I got a brother in Vegas. Coming now. So literally the dude shows up like 10 hours later in my lobby with his mother, another guy that he came with. They're full-blown African attire.
So they was like proud of you then. That sounds
yes,
like
they really pulled up to see me. So I'm like very overwhelmed, mixed emotion and everything. So
oh shit.
They were just like, oh. And all of my friends are behind me just like they died laughing because I got a real African dad like in the lobby from Africa. Like,
see, the part he didn't tell is all of his friends not knowing that he was actually had part Nigerian.
They didn't know until then.
Yeah, right. It was a surprise all the way around.
But they had a feeling. Just the way you got that hunch, they had that same hunch about him. He's like,
but they never asked.
No.
That's easy. I just moved out. I moved out here. I know Nigerian. All you gotta say is
you're older now. This is back in the day. People kind of know the characteristics now.
Got you. Okay.
But it wasn't that long ago. But people didn't really ask me
look.
about
As
my
long
dad.
as you don't have the shoes that kind of curl, you're good.
Is that a Nigerian thing?
That is definitely a Nigerian thing.
Well, all I don't know.
Are you?
No, I'm not. But aside from the jokes, I don't know. Neither does he. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's awesome. I wish I could find my roots back from, we from the lost tribe of Shabazz. That's all we know. West Africa.
It's great. I still haven't been to Nigeria, but I did take great value in meeting him.
You'll be there.
Yeah,
you'll be there performing or something.
He'll be somewhere. I
No,
mean, we met.
Talking about you.
What do you mean?
You'll be in Nigeria soon.
Oh, sure.
That camera, all that stuff, it's gonna take you a lot of places, brother.
Thank you, man.
It's gonna take a lot of
Hope
places.
it does. Well, I know it will.
Yeah, for sure.
Claim that shit, man.
Well,
Claiming it.
regardless, even if you
Claimed.
with the talent you had, even if you was bashful, you gonna go places.
Thank you, man. It's crazy people say stuff like that,
Yeah.
and my reality is such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very weird to hear people give me such high praises now over the visuals, and I am impressed by them as well. But when nothing happens after that, immediately there's something that just hits you like a pow.
Yeah.
That makes you wonder: is this not good enough, or am I just missing something? Am I missing a strategy or a technique that I'm supposed to be using, or am I not taking a proper step to get this over to the audience?
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but I feel like there is a multitude of things that are going on with my career, and consistency is just going to defeat all. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what we've built, and I stand strong on knowing that I'm prepared to be consistent.
Are you familiar with a gentleman named Justin Simeon?
I'm so sorry that
That's okay. It's all good. He's from Houston, Texas, but he wrote the movie and TV show Dear White People.
Man, I've been wanting to watch that. Have
You
y'all
better
seen it all?
You better watch.
Is it a
that.
series or a movie?
Well, it's a movie.
Okay.
Then they put the series on Netflix. They put a trailer on Netflix, and the trailer got so much backlash. They were trying to get Netflix to take it down, all kind of stuff like
I
that.
heard about that as well.
But the story I wanted to tell you, he's from Houston. He has a great story.
No way.
So what he did was, right, and I'm gonna hear your story. It's very, very ties into his, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to be a filmmaker, he was in LA, moving around, didn't have a lot of bread. He had a story that he wanted to tell. If you see it, it's shot in that school days fashion, that Spike Lee,
Feel.
early filmmaker type look.
Okay.
No one's trying to make a film that he was trying. Dear White People. No one's trying to make that film. Yeah. So, of course, when he went out, trying to make it, no one's trying to get it made. He had to kind of think. Remember, we were just talking about most success stories have all these horrible, tribulations that they get through. So basically, what he did was he got his taxes one year, took the taxes out, and funded his own trailer to a movie that he didn't even make yet. Right? Okay. Think on your toes, kind of like what you were doing with Cold Summer. So basically, what he did was he just filmed certain scenes to the movie, but just he shot the trailer scenes. That's all he did. Right. Cut a trailer together, put it online, and the shit went nuts. Everybody was like, "When's this coming out? When's this coming out? When's this coming out?" It wasn't coming out. He didn't have a movie.
It's so reminiscent of Cold Summer. And remember I told you the movie finished the day people saw it? If people would have known that, they would have never bought a ticket.
If they known that, they probably would have bought ticket twice or maybe even 3 times. I'm telling you, this narrative, right? So
Okay.
going back to what even Gary Vaynerchuk says, he said, "Hey, look, document over create, right? Because you could all this document, right? That's key. People want to know your narrative. They want to know your story. Not all the time they want to see this is great. They want to see the journey, right? And I think because most people, they always try to emulate a star's success. They don't imitate someone's journey because there's not many people doing it. But when they see it, I think it tugs on stronger strings. But anyway, what this guy did, he put the trailer out. It drew this huge crowd, this huge follow, and he was able to take that and look at these analytics. And he got the funding to do it. Made the movie, and even though he had made it in like 9 days or something like that, which is not a lot of time to shoot a film. But now, even after he shot the film, it was still successful to the point where they gave him this huge budget. Netflix, because Netflix, their pocketbook is open right now. They gave him a huge budget to shoot the series, and the series is just going. And it's excellent. It's shot very, very well.
Dope.
I mean, right now it's Dear White People, Atlanta, and Master of None.
And I think I'm like
Season-
right on their trail. Like
No. You like
The second season of Atlanta came out yet?
not yet.
no,
Not yet.
but second season of Master of None came out. That shit
Really?
is stupid.
I haven't seen the first
So-
one. I heard it was dope.
Yeah, you guys. Well, I'm gonna say you gotta see it. I kind of don't want you to see it because you're creative. You don't want to kind of mix and match. But I think if you do watch it, you would be inspired and it push your limits.
Dope.
So either way, it's good. If you
Man,
don't
I
watch
watch
it,
a
if you do
lot
watch
of
it,
stuff now. Like, have you guys seen, just to throw in some of my faves, Homeland?
yes.
Do you guys
course.
watch House of Cards?
House of Cards is my shit.
Billions?
No,
Get on Billions.
Billions.
Oh my gosh.
House of Cards for sure though.
House of Cards is
That's
done.
my-
Yeah,
that's
my
shit.
cousin David is on. He's heavy on Billions, and he's been trying to.
I'm surprised David ain't on House of Cards.
Huh?
David sound like a House of Cards guy.
He's on Billions.
Okay.
I know for certain he's on Billions.
They're running mates. I mean, I know.
Oh, okay. So that's a Pass and Power shit. Okay, that's why.
Yes.
That's why I thought he would be House of Cards. But it makes sense he's watching Billions then too.
Same kind of thing, different kind of play field.
Right,
It's
right,
more
right.
the stock market versus politics.
Yo, watch Master of None. That's Aziz Ansari.
That's who?
Aziz Ansari, comedian.
Don't know that person. I'm bad with names like
That's
that.
okay. That's okay. Watch it.
You know
but
all
when
the
you
people. Damn.
but when you get to season,
Yeah, Corey's like a little.
but when you get to season
encyclopedia.
2, right? Season 2 is shot like it's 10 episodes, but it's like 10 different short films, right? First
Kind
one,
of like Luther. Have you seen Luther?
no.
With
Luther?
Idris Elba?
Wait, say it again.
It's called Luther. There's like 3 seasons of it. With Idris Elba, is that how you say his name?
Yes, Idris Elba.
Idris. Well,
Idris.
that dude.
Idris Elba.
Extremely dope. It's kind of dark, but it's
I've seen the artwork for it. That's it.
man, it's
And
so
it's-
live. It's dark.
Okay.
The last series I really completed on Netflix was Luke Cage.
That was pretty dope to me
Yeah.
too. I really got into Nas's thing, the Get Down.
Oh hell yeah!
I've watched.
You still
it.
ain't watched the Get Down?
I still haven't watched it all the way. I watched the first episode and have not picked it
The
back
first
up.
episode, and you ain't get
Yeah.
hooked.
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Yeah.
So well, let me tell you about Master None though.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you too much, but the first episode in season 2, he shot all in Italy. He shot it black and white. He learned Italian. He took like a 3-month crash course in Italian. So he's speaking this broken. If you learn Italian for 3 months, he's speaking it that way. But
Gotcha.
but it's, his character, he moved to Italy to get away from his girlfriend in New York.
So it makes sense.
It makes sense that he's speaking this broken English, and also too, I think one of the 4th or 6th episodes is a Thanksgiving episode. But he's one of his best friends on the show was a black woman who's gay, right? Not lipstick lesbian gay. She's like butch or dyke. I don't know the term, but she's like, I would say butch. Is that an appropriate term?
I think that's
So
why are you asking me? Like, is it okay to say butch?
Well, you know they got like 36 like pro genders and shit, but she's on it.
The more masculine type.
Yeah, she wrote the episode. Angela Bassett's on there. I mean, it's written from that perspective, and he has like a deaf episode from a deaf girl perspective, where there's literally zero sound, not like any kind of no sound.
That's loud.
Oh, so dope, man. This dude, he pushed it. So I like where it's going right now. But I think it's going the artistic direction where that's shining right now, and I think that's your lane is artistic, very cinematic, artistic, and that's.
And I've been trying to find a cool medium in between the two because I feel like I got a little crazy with the artistic part on Cold Summer.
Well, if you need comedic punch-ins, I could do that. Have her transcribe it. Let me go.
Have her transcribe. Man, I've been letting all the comedians write down stuff, man. That's what I've been doing.
Oh shit! Don't do that. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Guys, he's quick with this shit, real quick.
We gotta hook up, dog. We gonna do it. Now we friends, dog.
What is it with this shit, dog?
I mean, I wish I could have shown you guys what it
let's do this. Let's take a quick break real quick.
Indeed.
I gotta,
Break,
yeah. So
You
we're
can
gonna
tell
come
me.
right back, and it's To Be Told podcast. We are back.
Yeah, that wasn't
bad.
Yeah, I thought you would take a shit for a lot longer, Elliot.
You know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's, it's just
It's like that freestyle I just told you about, man. Sometimes it's there, sometimes not. Yeah. Gotta know when to let her fade.
Exactly.
Indeed, man. It's fruit fly season. Maybe I'm just
That's
dirty.
that's only probably because you were on the toilet.
Maybe that's true. I do attract a lot of fruit flies. I got that fruit dookie. I got fruit dookie. It's weird. Yeah.
Fruit dookie.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's pretty sweet.
What? No. I don't even want to imagine what fruit dookie looks like.
Fruit dookie? It just has like pomegranate pellets in it.
Oh man, you got the pomegranate boo boo?
Yeah, kiwi seeds. Yeah, and banana, but it has a little banana peel smell.
This is getting real graphic real quick.
That's true.
No, but while we were off the air, you gentlemen were actually talking about.
I did notice your last visual project. You put it on Vivo and not just like Vimeo or YouTube or anything like that. What's the thought behind that?
All right, so this is a very important topic, I feel like, in hip-hop today. Getting on Vivo. It's basically one of the best platforms to get paid.
I agree.
So basically everything needs to go on Vivo now when it comes to Guyton because there's just so much monetary reward in it. Instagram and Facebook have done this on another platform, but Vivo is kind of like the industry doorway to marketing yourself nationally. Simply because people don't know that you have to go through a Vivo to get on to most television networks or any television network for that instance. And the gray area comes into play because you can't just call Vivo and say, hey, I need an account. You can't get on Vivo and make an account. Right. As an artist and upload music, there's a third-party company that you have to go through if you're not signed by a label.
Mm-hmm. And are they like just judging credentials, judging quality?
No, these people are just judging the dollar amount that you pay to get your membership. Now, it's not expensive. It's like $80 to get a membership through a third-party source that can get you to Vivo.
Annually, monthly?
Annually, I believe.
Okay.
It may be a one-time fee of $80 if I'm not mistaken, but just in case to be safe, I'll say it's $80 a year because that's still not bad.
That's not.
So $80, and now you can use. I use Vidya. You can use Vidya to upload your music, and then
Vidya. I'm asking because I don't know what it is.
It's a third-party company that's kind of like the platform that submits to Vivo for you.
How do you spell that?
VYDIA.
Vidya. Okay.
And I started doing some research when I figured out that you can't get on Vivo unless you have a video, or there's another company that I didn't choose. It's just like Vidya.
Gotcha.
So I chose Vidya to submit to Vivo. Once I got a Vidya, I realized that submitting to Vivo is just meaning it needs to be by the standards of what can go on television. Because Vivo is submitting to the networks for you. They got a direct relationship with them because they're pretty much the owners of most of these platforms. Vidya is a third-party company that deals with Vivo because Vivo, for some reason, they probably just didn't want to have to do what Vidya is doing, like go through everything and make sure that it's right before they submit it to a network. Now, so I said, all right, who is Vivo then?
Right.
I went to go see who they're owned by. They're owned by 3 huge companies: Sony, the Abu Dhabi,
Alibaba,
something not Alibaba, but it's like something like Abu Dhabi Media Group, and I believe Universal. So these
Sony Universal.
Yeah,
that
Sony
makes
Universal.
sense.
Yeah.
So these people are all partners in a way, and they're saying the only way you can get on TV is if you have a Vivo, and Vivo will go through and skim, make sure everything's right for TV, like the video format.
Right.
The closed captioning on videos. A lot of people don't know that you can't get on TV without closed captioning embedded into the video. Indeed. Because by law, deaf people have to have something to read, and they're not going to go in there and automate that information for you. So you have to embed it before you submit it to a network. So that will cut off a lot of people immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Closed captioning is huge. If you can't get on TV without closed captioning, you never did closed captioning for your video, therefore you'll never land on TV.
Right.
You won't know that if you're not submitting through Vivo
or Vidya.
Because they're not telling you that on YouTube, because anybody can watch on YouTube. It's not going to go anywhere else.
Right.
Now here's where it got confusing. You see Vivo logos on YouTube
all the time.
App.
Yeah.
It's because it's just a partnership that they already know about, and they're just letting that be on this platform as well.
Right.
So if you have a Vivo, you can also have a Vivo that's attached to your YouTube channel, but it's not really the same thing.
Right.
Gotcha.
So that's where it kind of gets tricky, because you can have a YouTube channel that has a video and a Vivo channel that has a video, but that Vivo is really only for submission to professional networks like MTV, BET, FX.
Because I noticed, and the main reason what piqued my interest is, Childish Gambino. He has a Instagram. It just has one picture, which is the album cover for
the new album.
Most of his social media is like that, right? Just one picture. When you go to his YouTube, it's like stripped down, like maybe 2 videos. Maybe I think it's just a short film, Clapping for the Wrong Reasons. And then his Vivo has all his videos. And I was like,
Let me tell you
so
why.
when I saw yours, I was like, okay.
A long time, I was wondering, why do the professional artists have Vivos? Why does Chris Brown have a Vivo? And he also has a YouTube channel. What made him so special that he got a Vivo? So it just became a thing. I got to figure this out.
No, it's like the blue check on Twitter. How you get that?
Yeah, what is it for? So, that's another thing, too, the verification check.
Yeah.
These are things that you can just pay for.
I've seen people with like 3,000 likes have a blue check. I'm like,
exactly, because it's just a professional validation.
Right.
So basically, these people are validating your professionalism via Vivo. So we know that you're professional if you submitted to Vivo, because you had to do this, you had to do that.
Right.
They won't allow you to do too many tags. In the beginning of the video, there's a second rule: 10 seconds within the video, you can't drop your own personal promo. After that, no more personal promo.
Right.
And then you get the last 3 seconds of your video to drop personal promo if we approve of it.
If they approve it, and it has to. So the best thing, that's where subliminal marketing or
becomes key.
Yeah, placement.
Which is what I decided to learn how to master, because you don't want me to promote myself on your platform, because you don't want me to draw users away from it.
Exactly.
That's the motive behind it. So
who of y'all listening?
So basically, once I figured out that information, I'm finessing the game. I will make my whole video about promotion of myself, i.e. Eunoia.
Yes.
You can't stop me from promoting myself if it's the whole promotion is the video. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what Childish Gambino said. He said music is just the advertisement. He said a bakery doesn't sell the smell.
You're right.
And that's what music is the smell of the bread.
You're right.
So you walk in, you go, that makes you want to come in, and what do you have to buy? Exactly. And but you're okay. But go ahead.
So basically, once I learned that crucial bit of information, I won't do that with every video. I just did that with Enoia just to see if Vivo was going to approve it, because I said this is going to have so much promotion that's right in your face. Will you approve this? Because I'm promoting myself on your platform, because that's basically what you've been trying to do.
What part of it do you see that you're promoting yourself?
The whole thing says ANF Life. There's very many paragraphs.
But it's slick. They don't know. That's like
Exactly.
that FUBU commercial the Gap commercial with LL's FUBU hat.
It's hidden in your face because it's such in your face.
They're gonna clear that. I think they're talking about those like tags, like the big old the
big ANF, the barcode.
But if you have the video where you have and I think this is dope too. Where I've seen it a couple times in your videos where you have the ANF diagonal shit and it pops out and shit. I'm like, this all
strategic marketing, man. I did that purposely just to brand myself and get you familiar with the brand subliminally.
Right.
I didn't have to do that, but at the same time, if you can master the dope visual effect,
how do you do that? No, I'm joking.
I'm just trying to trick my way in there, man, because there's so many ways that you have to do certain things to get in there. But really, like I said, I just dissected the information and I just found the loopholes in which I thought would give me the biggest gain. So that's basically what I did. So to further explain the importance of Vivo, I think once you know that that's the only way that you can professionally submit your content to the national platforms, it just becomes a necessity. After that, you can't get on TV without this. I gotta go this way.
Right.
And then the biggest key factor is they pay you for views and conversions, legitimately on Vivo.
Okay, can you explain what a conversion would be?
Okay, a view is somebody watch it, and Vivo is gonna give you money just because they're gonna throw subliminal ads in there. Right. So for that subliminal ad
pre-roll,
placement,
mid-roll,
exactly. For that subliminal ad placement, they got to give you a default baby half of a cent or something.
Right.
Now conversion is if you click on one of those ads and you go there.
It converted. Okay, gotcha.
So that means we saw this person saw the ad and they were so interested that they actually went over there. That company
and it was from your video. Right.
Exactly. So that company then joins Vivo and matches a certain amount for the conversion. And Vivo is also taxing them for the conversion, so they make their money regardless twice if a conversion happens.
Right.
So thinking about all of these things, you know that there's more money in Vivo if your video can be so dope that it can attract more conversions.
Right. Because for instance, right, and to kind of piggyback what you're saying, if you go to YouTube, because you're saying doesn't quantify like it does with Vivo. If you go to YouTube, they do have sometimes they have without your knowledge, they have a pre-roll, a mid-roll, or end-roll, whatever it is. They can convert and all that kind of stuff, but you're only getting paid on the views on YouTube, not the conversion.
Correct.
Right.
Now,
So it's
Vivo
like a multiplier.
will give you, Now, YouTube does have options for you to get paid on conversions now, but they charge you for having that option.
Exactly.
Same way Vivo does. It's the same thing. YouTube is now competing with them more so because the game's changing.
Wow.
So,
I see they even hired, they hired Leo Cohen. YouTube. Okay. Well, if you look at
like a dummy.
No.
Don't
do
feel
you know
bad.
Jesus?
If you look at Def Jam, right? If you look at that whole skeleton, right, where Russell when he sold it to Leo Cohen, the white dude that was running Def Jam for a long time.
Okay.
He was one of the dudes, but he left. He started at 300 with Kevin Lyles. He left that, went to YouTube. So you're gonna start seeing the different. So it's just like you're saying, paying attention. A lot of stuff that's coming in is because of that dude. They put music in that, and I think they're trying to compete with streams.
Yes.
So they're trying to do the stream competition with the Spotify's, the Pandora's, the titles, and all that. That's where they're going with it.
Man, everybody's going there.
Yeah.
And I've been telling people I'm gonna be going there soon too. It's soon. The motive behind that is popularity. Have we seen what Jay did with Tidal versus Apple Music?
I love Tidal.
So I mean, that's a whole long conversation.
It is.
I don't want to even get that deep into it.
No.
We're good.
We can.
Okay, I didn't know how long y'all were trying.
No, we're good.
All right, cool.
We're good.
Let's just finish the Vivo.
Let's do it. So I actually like this Vivo conversation.
All right, so I was doing some further research about Vivo and trying to maximize now that I know what I know. And I directly related to the payola theory of radio. Like they say that the own artists pay a certain amount of money to be on radio so that it gets paid. played all around the place.
Not necessarily, because that would be payola, which is illegal. So but what is legal is to pay for commercial spots. Right?
Correct.
So so that gives you so
to play with the rules a little bit.
Yeah, right.
So boys are playing with the rules. Say that you're let's use Kendrick Lamar for example.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day, the whole let's bend the rules with payola. Let's spend $50K to be on all the radios for such and such time. This many spins. That would make sense if you had that investment money because you know the return on it. You know that playing a song for 3 months constantly creates shows, features, and other things.
But that's not. I'm gonna clean this up because that's not cracking me up. That's not radio. So what they'll do, right? You have DJ pools, heavy hitters, core DJs,
Go DJs.
Go DJs. But they're not as large. But I think that. But if you did go through them, I probably could afford like Go DJs. They could probably afford
It's like
Louisiana. Right, they probably hit but it still hit a good, coast, right? Especially Memorial Weekend coming up, you throw them a little 15 to whatever they're asking for. They push the button that hits all their DJs that they work with, and then they try to work their vessels. Hey, can you play? Can you play? Can you play?
Theoretically,
right?
I feel like the DJ system is the biggest finesse.
Okay,
like, these
gotcha.
boys are not really giving this music to their whole team to play everywhere.
And I agree with that.
That's false.
Right, I agree
you can
with that.
Fool anybody in here. I'm telling you false.
No. Right.
I don't even care who you.
No.
Stop
Right.
it.
What was
False.
that?
It depends on who it is paying.
Yeah,
and what the record is, because the thing is, because it's almost like it's placement, so I can't promise that it's gonna get here. But when I go to them and I go, hey, I got something for you, and I'm in Milwaukee because the DJ who got paid is sending me this. I go to my Milwaukee Connect, got this record, run this is pretty dope. We running this in Houston and Louisiana, blah blah blah. They listen to it, they don't like it, they don't play it. That just is what it is.
Exactly.
If they play it, it's cool. If not, whatever.
Right. So you kind of pay for the possibility that they might play it. You don't really pay for the fact that they're going to play it, but that's what they sell you. So that's the reason why I say that it's false, because it's just really false advertisement.
I agree.
So
if they sell it like we're gonna get you here and here and here versus like, hey, look, I can give it to them
and they might play it.
There you
that's
go.
what you're supposed to
that's
say.
What you're supposed to, right. I
but
agree
that's
with
not
that.
what's really going to sell you.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So they don't tell you that. In turn, you're paying for a service that you don't really understand.
Right.
So I took the equivalent to that system and applied it to what Facebook and Instagram has done with social media marketing with sponsored posts. So we take that same $50K that you could have spent 10 years ago on the radio system.
This is why I say you should be. This is what Gary's saying all the time, basically, because he says that index is way more than anything. You can spend way less and reach the same amount, if not more.
Which circles around to my point.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is my example now. I just
Okay.
told that to Deja Vu and some people on my team the other day, just because I'm just using these analytics to make points.
Okay.
And I say Kendrick could have used about $50K to promote sponsored post for the video Humble.
Yeah.
Which is on Vivo.
Yep.
Now, I saw a sponsored post by Kendrick several times, which means he did spend some money.
Right.
We know that this sponsored post definitely costs. Facebook doesn't care. It costs.
Right.
So imagine Kendrick's perspective when he has $1 million. We know he got $1 million at least.
Mm-hmm.
So if I invest $50K into sponsored post, that's way more money than a Guyton could spend on it.
Right.
He's going to cover way more
It's
ground.
going to be super effective, though.
It's going to be very effective. Now, you might think, why spend $50K to advertise a video? That's because Vivo pays you for views and conversions.
So wait, okay. So per
million views.
Wait. So even though it's embedded on Facebook and Instagram posts, that view is getting counted to Vivo?
No.
Oh, okay.
It entices you to go watch a video that's already very popular.
Because Instagram is only going to at least give you a minute. Facebook can play the whole thing.
Right, but that doesn't even matter. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar, Be Humble. Everybody heard that song.
Absolutely.
But not everybody really went and watched the video. So you're taking something that's already baby viral and really forcing it to be really viral by force.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, force viral.
And if you know the number game behind it, then it's really not forcing it to go viral. You're really just making it go viral with the baby push of it's already on the hill. It's snowball.
The true definition of viral is there's no money. It's just
exactly.
You should watch.
But there's very strategic money being placed behind this new viral that these artists are able to accomplished because of a substantial budget that they have.
Right.
Now, if you have a substantial enough budget to really make the big lick, you can flip.
And it only have to be 50. That's a lot for Facebook.
That's a lot, but here's what I haven't told you yet.
Okay.
Per million view on Vivo gives you an average from $2,500 to $5K, and that's being modest about it. Per conversion, per click, that can go anywhere from $5K to $10K per million.
Now with the conversion, do they have to? So for instance, if it's like an Amazon link, I click on it and go to Amazon. Do I have to purchase something on Amazon?
No.
The conversion is
not a conversion.
you seeing that commercial and clicking just to get to Amazon.
You leave the video to go to that.
That's the Go DJ thing. The Go DJ say, "Give me your thing." I send it to all of my DJs.
Yeah.
So if an actual DJ gets it, that's where it got converted.
Right.
But now if an actual DJ gets it and plays it, that's a new level of payout. It's not called a conversion. It's called something else.
Right.
But they give you more money for the purchase.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So you're getting paid on 3 levels: a view, a conversion, or a purchase, or all 3. So when you get all 3, you make way more money.
We call that a hat. We call that a monetary hat trick. Exactly. I just made that up, but it sounds good, right?
So take this: $5K per million.
$5K per million.
Kendrick Lamar has 670 million views on Humble. So
on what? On what platform?
Do the math.
Vivo.
Okay.
Do the math.
So you take the 5K and multiply that times 670.
Yeah.
That 50K becomes a petty investment now. That's every time I drop a video, give me 50K on the advertisements.
Right.
I'm gonna make $1 million.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So once you have that standpoint, you've really lied. You give me that standpoint and I make videos.
Right. And that's the thing. And I think, man, I think honestly, I'm actually going to tell you to. I'm a insist and urge you to look this dude up, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Okay.
Just look him up, just because it's where you're going, but also I think it give you more ideas, especially doing what you do.
Okay.
Super serious.
I'm looking
and
you might need to text me that name.
No, for sure. Gary Vaynerchuk. Nah, Vaynerchuk. But you're
I was saying Vanderbilt.
You're already doing, and I'm being super serious. You're already doing what he's saying. I'm not saying go there and be enlightened, but sometimes it's just like he didn't even go to college. He graduated high school. That's it. But a lot of stuff that he's saying, he's telling to Coke and Pepsi and all these like large corporations, like, hey, you guys are over indexed. Like, hey, okay, I'm not saying he's not saying commercials are bad, but he's like, there's a lot of value in a Super Bowl commercial because everybody's watching those. Right. But a regular commercial, when a commercial comes on, everybody does this.
Yes.
So he's like, there's not a ton of value in it. He's not saying there's no value, but it's not as you're over indexing. So he's like, hey, look, the value is, and his whole idea is basically, arbitrage is basically buying it from one section and selling to this section a little bit higher than you bought it from, right?
Right.
So his arbitrage is like Facebook. It's right now it's way low. Get in on it while it is.
So cheap.
And he's been saying, because he started Wine Library, like he started like doing like Wine Library, and then that's what his father's business was wine. Mm-hmm. He started an online video thing, just talking about it, basically for free, just doing a passion for it, whatever. But when essentially what he was saying is, I actually lost my thought, but it doesn't even matter. But I think you're doing what he's already saying. But I think if you pull him up and just kind of watch him, I'm gonna send a couple. I'm just gonna send a couple of videos. I'm like, I think this is where you're going. You're gonna see it and be like, okay, that's what I'm doing. That's cool. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, send it to me, because really sometimes you'll know so much, and then one little small thing will take that thing through the roof.
And he's aggressive. He's an asshole with it. But he's all about being, Steve Jobs came to the game, being an entrepreneur, being an asshole, shitting on people. That was his whole thing. He's like, no, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. But when he's talking to people, when they're asking for advice, he's real aggressive with how he talks to people. I think he would love it. Yeah, I got a few links I gotta send you. Oh yeah, you gonna run with this? You gonna fly with this?
Dope.
Yeah.
Ready to fly?
Yeah, for sure. Gary Vaynerchuk. I've been trying to get him to pay attention to him, but he don't.
He's a busy guy. Do you know this guy is everywhere now? I just told somebody like, this nigga is everywhere, bro. You can even hit him and be like, hey, pull up. I'm in New Jersey right now. They got some shit going down.
He'd be like, what airport? He'd be like, Newark. I'm there.
You got your lens on you?
Yeah.
Word?
No, but
Ellens.
yeah, man, definitely take a look into Vivo.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's
this is
awesome.
what y'all
Gems you
doing
dropping.
now what y'all are doing with podcasts, which is the reason why I value them so much, is
Right.
because I feel like they're going to turn into the new radio.
Yes and no. I think no, because the radio before, it was you had to have some type of in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And podcast, anybody can do it. So I think there's going to be some type of maneuvering somewhere. I don't know where.
They've already done it. How easy is it to get a podcast?
Anybody can do it
on iTunes and
Anybody.
in Tidal. But how easy is it?
It's very easy. It's
We
hard
can get it on
to
Tidal too.
It's hard to get it. It's hard to get It's hard to get a podcast on Loudspeakers Network or CNN Network or CBS Network or those networks where they're getting a ton of ad space and they're splitting it with the listeners depending on what tier you are, maybe whatever listeners you get, and they're distributing that out.
But there's a new platform, which is iTunes and Tidal.
No. That's the same platform they're using. CBS, Loudspeakers Network.
Oh, you mean so basically
They're all
you're saying
using
that-
iTunes because iTunes is a free platform.
Right.
But what they're doing, they're offering, hey, you can either use our studio or mics, blah 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 blah. Even if you got your own, what we can do, we have sales guys reaching out to, advertisers who want to advertise. You want to advertise Rode mics? We'll give you Rode mics, and you can talk about it. You can.
Just people with the budget behind it, basically.
They don't necessarily have a budget, but they have the sales for you to do the ads to get a budget on your show, based on what your listener base is, and you multiply off of that.
So you're saying that CNN will allow you to do a podcast through them?
No, well, CNN will allow you to advertise, but CNN right now they have their own, like, David Axelrod and all those. They have political personalities.
Right.
Loudspeaker networks, that's where you hear like the brilliant idiots like the Charlemagne the guys, the Combat Jacks, and the Reeds and all those people, right? Which is kind of new format.
Well, here, let me tell you
Got
this,
you.
deal,
Go ahead,
because
go.
I feel like I got some vital information that a lot of people
I'm
aren't aware
listening.
of as well. Have you guys heard of TuneCore?
No.
How are you guys getting on iTunes currently?
Through Podbean.
Podbean? All right, so I advise that you guys research some other ways to get on iTunes.
Okay.
Because that's basically, you posted about this. You remember I commented on your post. You were like, why don't artists put music on iTunes versus this and that? And then I commented
What'd you say?
Because most of them don't know that it just costs $50.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's basically what I said.
I did read that. That was on Facebook.
$50 on TuneCore, $20 on a company called DistroKid, which was actually the two people who were working at ASCAP and BMI who left the company and just decided to make this process easier.
Wow.
The tech guys. So now they have this process to get on iTunes and every platform for $20.
Right.
And there's nothing else to it.
Yeah.
Literally
Right.
nothing else to it. So when you figure out how to get a podcast on iTunes now in 2017 and Tidal, you become a pioneer in that. You get what I'm saying? There's not a whole bunch of people in there. So when people are going this
We're gonna cut this part out so we can be the only ones that know how to do this. No.
now, that's the reason why I'm saying this now, because I feel like
Nah,
everybody got to know, because that's the reason why most of us are only looking to these other people to get these validations to do all of this stuff, is because we don't realize we have that power in our own right here.
I mean, it comes down to research. I mean,
Exactly. And
But
it's
a lot
not
of-
that far, bro. It's not that far because this stuff is so brand new, man.
A lot of people won't do it anyway. A lot of people hear you saying this, hear us saying this.
Still won't go.
They
Which
won't
is
do
why
it.
you still got the power, bro. Because they not going to go and it's easy.
right.
Just like people are not going to go get a Vivo and it's easy. It's $80. They spending money out here, so much more money on anything
Right,
else.
they'll go to like WorldStar and drop like
2 bands.
Exactly, to be on WorldStar for be hot for like 3 hours.
And these showcases, oh my goodness Lord. Boys will pay $500 to perform for 10 minutes in front of a crowd that has never seen them before.
and it's already set up for somebody to win.
Already.
Because I know if I had a showcase, that's what I would do. I go, yo, Q, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you 200. You gonna win, right? 200 to perform. That's all you hearing. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna win. Oh, yeah, cool. Bet. Boom. Here's your 200.
No, they're charging.
No. Well, I'm just saying, like, let's say you're the name. Everybody knows you. You're the draw.
Use me. everybody else pays to perform.
And
under
you
me.
go, boom, boom, boom. Everybody come in, everybody paying. Oh, and the winner is, and nigga, we already knew who was gonna win. Who already got his money, and we got your money already. That's what I would do. I mean,
Man,
if I was a snake.
It's so bad. That's not even one. It's so many ways that they eating off artists as a showcase. That's the whole professionalism that I'm trying to bring to hip hop. Is I feel like I need to create a school. I know that's a huge thing to say, but I know I'm gonna do it, and I just feel like it's gonna happen.
What kind of criteria like what kind of
the
program?
curriculum?
Yeah, the curriculum.
The curriculum is basically going to be very similar to standard curriculum for things that you use in hip hop, like Pro Tools. There'll be curriculum for that. Photoshop curriculum for that.
Right.
And there you don't have to go far. There's curriculum already made for that. Like I was having to do that as an engineer, learn Photoshop just to sharpen my skills.
Going. You went to 4-year college.
U of H.
U of H, great school, by the way. If whoever doesn't know about Houston, great school, 4-year school. You got a degree.
Okay.
What do you feel about someone trying to get into the media? I'll say the media game. Do you think they need like
to go to school?
Yeah. Do you think they need school?
I wouldn't say that it was mandatory,
Right.
but what I can't take away from my college experience is the learning curve on life. There's no learning curve.
Elaborate on that. Yeah.
There's no learning curve that I think I can equate college to when it comes to understanding people a little bit better and understanding yourself a little bit better in a group of people who all are on the same play field. You know what I mean?
Right,
Just got this,
like mines.
yeah, you got all of these people in the same place. The conversations and interactions kind of build your character as an adult when you get to come to this place where people are here to learn and create, or just to escape from the normality of just being a child. Like this is where I feel like I matured as an adult. So all of the things that I learned, all the math, probability, and statistics, all of that stuff is a blur. I don't remember half of the equations that I had to memorize. Yeah. But I do carry huge values that I learned just dealing with people on campus and dealing with people coming from that setting to a professional setting in America.
Yeah.
Because as a black person, a young black person, I feel like we never really get the true exposure beforehand that other people have the opportunity to get to understand what we're working for.
Ooh, right. I got it.
I understood.
Because I didn't come up in the hood. I came up around white folks.
So you had a different perspective on a lot of things. Now imagine me, total opposite. I came from Lubbock. It was very poor town. There's literally drive-bys on the street that I lived on.
But I experienced that too. But before I did that, I experienced white life. Yeah, as a black man, though.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world. So it's just kind of like, not even white life, it's just like rich people or
exactly.
just even middle class.
You see this nose, right? You see this nose? Because even though you're Nigerian, your bridge is more Anglo-Saxon than mine. We got the same nostrils, but my nose, I got a big ass nose. This is so I can run in. This is so I can breathe in humidity, right? This is real Africa. I'm telling you, it's real Africa.
You got a big nose.
And when you're around white people, this nose was the same size when I was like 8. This nose was the same size. So white people was looking at me like a nigga, straight. Oh my goodness.
So I know that was a huge experience.
Yeah, it was. No, but you know, my parents kind of was like, my mom was like, oh, your nose just like your daddy's. That's cool. But she didn't. You know, she let me know. You know, yeah, it's a little big, but it's all good. So it never bothered me.
Mama let you know it's about your nose.
But yeah, but it never bothered me. But she pointed it out, but she didn't like make fun of me. She pointed it out like, yeah, you got your daddy's nose. Right. So, okay. And then my dad was cool as motherfucker. So I was like, okay. So that kind of was bulletproof right there. But I did experience
the other side. And I think that other side is kind of crucial when you're trying to come up, because I feel like, man, if I would have known what it was gonna be like, I would have definitely went to go rap first. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, wait. If you knew what? Say it again. If you knew
what being an engineer felt like, sitting in that desk after.
Because it's not a passion. That's just like money.
It was
monetary.
It was kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know how y'all feel like right now in your state of life, but like, there's a certain pressure as not only just a black person, but just as a man, period, that you have on you according to accomplishments.
Of course.
Of course. Going to school and getting a college degree that's pretty huge in the black community.
Of course.
So then after you do that, picking a career like rapping, which is so, you know what I'm saying, it's watered down. It's not respected at all. They don't have a lot of respect attached to that career field. So it's just,
I mean, because the dream of it seems far fetched.
Exactly.
You know, and then you have so many people doing it. It's like,
how are you going to stand out?
Right. I think photography is the new rap now. I do photography. I don't even tell people.
Your boys are doing a lot of photography.
I don't even tell people I do photography. Because it's like yeah, I rap.
DJs are doing it. I mean, a lot of things are getting saturated. Here's what it is: people are starting to pick up artistic forms because they're starting to see the value in them.
And it's the cost to like the return on your investment isn't as high, right? Before it used to be like I gotta spend X amount to do a passion. Fuck that. But now it's like, you know, you can go to Best Buy. The camera I got now wasn't in Best Buy when I got it. It was like, I'm, you know, not even talking about the price, but it cost a grip.
But the people who aren't serious about it, man, they get exposed so quickly.
They do.
Because I mean, sure.
Bill Maher used to talk about, you know, when he was doing stand up, he used to talk about how like back when I was doing everybody, there were dentists, there were you know, everybody was trying to be a stand up comedian at one point. But he said it's like a marathon. Everybody wants to run a marathon at the beginning, but of course once the gun goes off, all the real marathon, you get through all that.
Exactly. I feel like that about so many aspects of hip hop, because I used to think about who do I want to impress in hip hop to really make my career go from this level to the next, and then I would find somebody that I thought that I needed to impress, and then finally get whatever it was to give to them, just to find out that they quit.
Q Guyton.
They don't do that no more.
Yeah, Q Guyton.
Oh really? I did all of this, and then I got to you, and you don't do it anymore. That is a huge thing to come across. You know what I'm saying? So that was an epiphany for me too.
Well. Yeah, I know you're not talking. Well, I almost thought you were talking about Dope Beezy because he was talking about quitting at one point.
No, not even. I'm talking. Just like a blogger, or even if say Elliot would have quit Houston Trend.
Yeah,
he didn't know how much I wanted to be in Houston Trend.
That's crazy, and it's funny because it's funny. Listen, well,
that Houston Trend inspired Yanoya the video.
That's crazy.
I was literally looking at
and I see it. I see why you say that, but going back. Like hearing you say that, because in terms of your skill set and how I respect that, and the conversations I had with him, we were just like talking, like, you know, some of the stuff you're saying when I was approaching him, there wasn't even a physical magazine. He was just taking pictures in clubs. He was really like just taking pictures.
Well, just to let you know, man, because I feel like you may not have understood like how crucial it is that you do what you do, because imagine me wanting to be in this magazine so bad, and then
that's crazy.
Finding out that Elliot don't do magazines.
Right, and I'm not see
that's been a dream of somebody. I feel like I'm real dope, and then
that's
what
crazy.
if I pulled up to Elliot and was like, dang, you don't do that no more? But lo and behold, he really does, and he saw that video, and then and later on he was like, man, I need to get you on that hoe. And I literally turned the backflip out of my studio chair like, nigga, I always wanted to be on this shit.
No, but I could see see the enthusiasm, just like in some of, you know, when you would post about it, and it wasn't, and I think I could read through sincerity.
Yeah, I'm truly sincere about it. I just didn't want to be too braggadocious with it, because I feel like some of the stuff that I post is a bit intimidating to my fellow artists. Even
when I see like Slim repost, or when I would see like Artiste just before you did Physical, he did like a cover with Artiste, right, Mark Artiste, and he put that on his wall. You didn't even give him that; he made that.
Yeah, he went and printed that the cover.
There was a point, and I was like, I remember we was talking. I was like, hey, just do like just get a cover and just take a picture of it every now and again, put it up, blah blah blah, blah. And then it went into like, then it was like, oh, okay, print. There's a print avenue here, blah blah blah. But people were just before the magazine, people were kind of impressed with that. It was still kind of like, man, I ain't really believe him. And I saw you doing it. I was like, you can make his own magazine. What is he excited for?
But I mean, it's not what I do.
Right.
I mean, even when you called me, I was like, when I started doing the first Photoshop, I was like, man, I could actually really make a magazine. And I see that this is how it is. But I'm not a writer. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't. But
look, listen. I wasn't. Before I started this, it was just, I know what I want to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it though. Didn't go to school for writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I went to school for communications, but I wasn't trying to be a journalist. I was really trying to come out of it being a radio personality. That was my dream as a kid growing up, being a radio personality.
See, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
We got the voice for it. My name is
But the magazine was just driven from something I did as a child. Like I collected and still collect magazines.
And his name is Elliot, and then you got Elliot Wilson.
Well, when I found out about Elliot Wilson, because like Double XL was probably like my favorite ones, just because of how they were written,
Shout out to
how they
YN.
looked, and then I seen that there was a guy named Elliot
That's the Rap Radar dude?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Elliot Wilson. Matter of fact, so he didn't even know about this. I hit him up first, right? I take pride on this. But anyway, he was interviewing Slim Thug on one of his episodes. Elliot Wilson.
Yeah, Elliot Wilson
For Rap Radar, and his partner B Dot, who actually went to Del State, that's the school I went to, and he's with Epic now. But they got a huge, they're doing big things.
Yeah, well,
he was
they
EIC.
haven't done a new podcast.
He wasn't, but he was EIC. You're right. He was EIC at the Source and Double XL,
right,
and Respect Magazine. And then he started hardcover, bunch of shit. He got the shit you just named.
We ain't talking about that yet. No, not
the shit. No, the shit that he's doing, not what you're doing. What he's doing. Not Respect. Nah, what is it called?
He has Respect. But
no, the live show.
Crown.
So he has Crown, doing big things. So they started the podcast Rap Radar. Everybody's on there. I mean, from Kevin Lyles, all that kind of stuff. But he finally had Slim Thug on there. I'm listening to Slim Thug episode. Obviously, I'm in Houston, showing respect. I'm listening. Blah 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 blah. Towards the end,
Houston Trend.
Did he? No, he said Elliot Guidry.
Oh, he said the name. I was watching it. I remember he said something about it.
He said, "Yo, Elliot." Da, da, da. And then he goes, he's Houston Trend. That's my guy, Elliot Guidry. I was like, this motherfucker ain't shit. So I hit him up like, look, just letting you know you ain't shit. Click, and I hung up.
Yo,
no, Elliot live though. Elliot is live, man. You're a big figure in hip hop in Houston, man. I don't know if you know that, but man, you're huge.
And see, like, and that goes back to him. The conversation we were having earlier. Like, I don't even notice that because I'm so busy or wrapped up in what it is I'm doing. I don't. It's not like I even go looking for it.
I'm a victim of that too, man. A lot of people tell me, "Oh man, you doing this live? You doing this stuff that's live?"
Hey, that's
I'm
a good
so
thing.
engulfed in what I've been doing, and like I haven't realized who's really looking and who really cares, or if I'm really getting the game that I'm so after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great thing,
man. It was the craziest experience I had as far as with that kind of reaction. It was we were outside of Warehouse Live, and then we were doing LA's memorial. One of the I can't remember his name right now, and I'm upset I can't remember his name, but he walked up to me and told me how much he appreciated Houston Trend. And so happened in my backpack I had like all the issues.
No way.
And he was like, I've been following you, yada yada yada. So me hearing this, I just reached in my backpack and gave him. He was like, "Wait, you're giving me these?"
Crazy.
It made his day, and it made my day just seeing the reaction. And it's like, that's not even something I literally go looking for.
Yeah.
And then to hear, you say that, it was a dream. Like that shit is like, what? It's just some shit,
It's real though, man. It is real, dog, because I know it's real because it's real to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely real. You built a platform that people are looking towards, and they respect it, which is so valuable because
right. And that's the crazy part to me, is that other folks are actually seeing the value in something that I seen.
Right.
And I'm not even trying to. It's not that I'm not trying to benefit off of it. That would be a beautiful thing, but it's not like I'm really forcing that. Right.
And I can tell because you reached out to me, and I know that it had to be authentic because I'm not Mr. Popularity over here. You know what I'm saying? So I know that had to be real.
When they get the next issue, when we print that thing up and they read the article, they'll understand why.
Well, if I had to guess, and I probably haven't seen talent as congruent except for Dice, right? I don't know if you ever heard of
not
Dice Psycho. but Dice. There's a dude named Dice, and that motherfucker he does in terms of probably all the flyers you probably seen, and like he's probably had a handful into it. He's
He's in Houston. So many hidden gems in the city,
so
like
dog.
yourself, he directs, he paints, you know. Now he writes his stuff, but he could if at any given moment you put him on the spot, he can go.
Yeah, and now hearing about people like this is what gives me motivation to go harder, because so many people that get these high accolades and praises, and you haven't heard of them at all. That very well resonates well with me because I know people haven't heard of me. Period, and I feel like we've been doing a lot of dope stuff around here. And
That's why that's why I don't understand why you weren't on my radar. I don't understand that.
I don't know either, man.
I don't understand.
I was just having this conversation with somebody today.
I think that's my fault too. But I'm like, where would I go to get? Like, it's not like, well, you don't pay attention to this. I try. If you know me, I try to. I'm like trying to.
So when I did the interview with him, you know, one of the questions I asked was, you know, it's like I'm hearing the quality and I'm seeing the quality.
Talking about with Q.
Yeah, with Q. So to me, I'm not comprehending why he's not already gone. You know,
a lot of people hit me with that, and it's weird to hear.
But so this was the conversation I was having with somebody today about you. Is the fact that you work in your circle, and nobody, and I don't want to discredit anybody that works, you know, in your group or anything, but it's like they run around the same circle that you do. So it's kind of like reaching out to the same people. Now your name is becoming bigger than that circle. It's now you're becoming that connect.
But I say this too. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No. So I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
But having somebody that at least can reach out to those people that, you know, you would seem far-fetched would be a big difference in the route that you're going. Now, the shit that you're doing right now is fucking amazing. You know, like I said, I'm going to brag about this album until I'm old and gray.
But that image you got in there with two of the Q Guytons is pretty dope.
Was that?
You did that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was live.
I didn't even think you did that. I was like, oh, Q did that. He was like, I did. I was like, you did. I was like, you did that. I was like, do you did that? I was like, that's
listen.
Nice
So, you know, and it's been a minute since we've done an issue with Houston Trend.
Yes, sir.
And regardless of whatever's been going on in my personal, it was always a hindrance on what was going on with Houston Trend, and then up comes the things that he was like last year with Cold Summer and everything, and I'm sitting here watching you, and there was never a moment where you kind of had a drop, and it was like, what happened?
I know what it is. That's why I'm waiting to talk.
Your consistency and everything else that you were doing, it continuously got better and better. And right when I had that moment when I was damn near really done with Houston hip hop, because it felt like nobody was working, nobody else was doing anything between the Summer Jam and the text messages I got from you. This text message said, "Just wait." And
you know it's real when you get a text like that.
And so
it's real when you get a text
It's
like
so
that.
funny, boy. I got one for you now.
Just wait, nigga.
And it was just like, just wait.
Hey man, you need to be just wait.
And so I'm reading the text. I'm like, okay, I'm not taking it lightly, but I'm taking it like, what this thing got going, you know.
Didn't expect that baby blue to pop out.
No.
This is before the album.
Right. I literally, like at the beginning of this year, I was damn near done.
I saw the text.
Like I was.
I mean, I saw the post.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I saw the post. That's what made me send the text. I was like, man, don't get discouraged.
And then
this nigga don't know I still got a CD player,
bro.
A lot of people do. That's why I made $1 million.
And D-Lo had dropped
Painter's Tape.
Take Me Back.
Oh yeah.
And then
that motherfucker. I don't understand why that nigga.
Wait.
Okay,
sorry. I'm getting D-Lo's Take Me Back, and I'm like, okay, you know. And then this motherfucker drops this, and And I just went Super Saiyan on the motherfucker real quick. I'm like, no, it's time to go. We gotta. And so since I hit you with that text, everything else I've been running on full steam. Like I already got the next magazine and everybody that's in that bitch ready to go. When we get off the mics, you gonna really backflip with the shit I'm about to tell you.
This looks like you just like made this. I don't like he did that. Did he? Like
I did make those handmade.
No. I'm talking about his pose. That don't look like a kid should be to know how to do that.
This dude is
How old is he?
He's 4, man.
He should not know how to be that cool.
Yo,
you should know how to be that cool. Look at his finger. He's showing the ring.
Yeah.
You should no. I'm dead. You should know how to be that cool as you 4, yo.
Listen. Let's we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
But I was gonna ask my question. I forgot.
You had a point. Go ahead, make it.
Oh, I know exactly what I was gonna say. I think the reason why, and I was like, dang, why hasn't he popped off? Was what you were saying, what I was saying. It just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all it is. At time, you gotta be consistent for a long amount of time. Everybody that it doesn't matter. You research it. Everybody's been doing it for so long.
Exactly, and I've done my research, and I know.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because it goes back to you when you were saying that you were filming. 4, 5, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's us seeing
14 years ago.
But the quick progression that you have gotten, even from that, it's mind blowing to see where you are, and it's like, wait a minute, nah, this is like star quality golden shit.
For 14
this
years,
man
it's
should
crazy.
but I forget that this is almost like still brand new.
It is. It is.
Have you worked with DeLorean yet?
I did on Reduction, which is one of my first.
Breast reduction is my favorite thing.
It was before Blue Heart, before Black Magic, before Cold Summer, before Baby Blue Collar. Very, very way back when. Okay. And it was a song called "I Should Be a Rapper." Super dope song to me.
Okay, I like this.
I really wanted Scarface to be on this song. It just felt like a Scarface feature.
You probably. I mean,
far-fetched to me back then, but I really wanted
that. I don't think that's far-fetched now. I see
Scarface.
That motherfucker. Like people from where I'm from, they don't know how cool this motherfucker is. I don't think they know how cool Slim is.
They don't. That Slim cool than mud.
They don't know how cool these motherfuckers are. Like me. Man. Because the reason why where I'm from. If you,
I told you about the phone call I got from Slim.
I've done anything. This is why I said that. People be like, "Yo, he said niggas don't support." I'm like, you out of your fucking mind. I say this all the time. They don't, but everyone hates in every city. So if you bring that up, yeah. But from where I'm from, there's no Slims, there's no Scarfaces. Like Scarface, literally, I was at, I told you, I work for Verizon.
Yeah.
And Swagger's right next door.
Oh yeah.
So that's the one I work at, right? Yo, Brad, Scarface. Sorry.
That's the kind of level he's on with him now. It's a first name basis with this guy.
Next thing you're gonna call him BJ.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You call me Scar. That's not even appropriate. That's like calling your father or someone's mother their first name. That's not even appropriate.
I mean,
But hey, listen, man. You just called him Brad.
I didn't. No, I did not. Why you just saying it again, yo? I did not say that. I said Scarface, but he'll come out. Though. But the dude is like mad, like, hey, what's up, man? Same thing with Slim. All these niggas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are cool.
Or
Slim
brothers.
is real cool. I got to meet Slim personally.
I had a pool party. This motherfucker hopped over the fence, came over, sat down. I said, hey, I got a camera. I was gonna record this. He's like, just don't get me with all these bitches. And I was like, my nigga. I got it with the bitches though. I got the video on private though.
Look at this nigga. But that's funny, man. Yeah. But back to the D-Lo thing, man. I did do some work with D-Lo a long time ago. We just never did anything else because I guess maybe he didn't want to.
Nah, it didn't come around. No.
I mean, because at the time between then and now, he's
the murder freestyle you had.
That was old too.
I know. It was like 2011, 2012 or some shit.
Reggie shot that. That was before I was doing video editing.
You weren't even. Come on, man.
I didn't even edit that video.
Hey, cut these mics off.
But you know what? I wanted to edit that video.
Yo, no. Who did that?
His name's Reggie. and he goes by Mad Black Man. He does blogs and hip hop reviews on Instagram. Y'all should look him up.
Okay, no, I'm
He's super duper dope dude in hip hop, and he reminds me of y'all. He also does podcasts, but he's just like so unknown. People don't know him. But
this dude is dope. Who did he do that shit? The murder joint?
Yeah.
And it was like a minute and a half or some shit.
Yeah, just the verse.
Oh, come on, stop. That nigga's dope.
Yeah, he's pretty live.
Oh, let me get his social.
He's the one who gave me the willpower to go ahead and do it, because I saw him do it and I just watched the whole.
You know what?
process.
That's what I need to get with him. So maybe I get dope. Put his name in right there. I'm gonna follow this motherfucker right now.
Yeah, he dope.
Cause that shit was ill.
Really, you like that one? That's so funny.
That shit was mean. That shit when you was doing the little wobble.
Reggie Davis.
You was doing this and shit. That joint.
Hey, you know a fun factor about that? Trill Sammy was holding the camera while I was dancing. I was right behind his house. That was in his right behind his backyard. I had just met him and his little brother, and they were helping me shoot that video.
You know what video I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But that goofy ass shit, the way he made it cinematic and work, because it made you look like I want to say, I can't think of his name, Malcolm. I can't think of his name, but there's a white dude who plays all these like sinister, like crazy dudes.
It's Isaac Bateman.
No,
It's the American Psycho.
no, that's no.
No.
It's I can't remember his name. I'm mad I can't remember his name, but it's a white dude,
He play crazy.
bald head. He's like commercials. Malcolm. I can't remember his name, but anyway, you ever seen Bait with Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
I brought some nigga shit. The white dude that was in that.
I forgot.
That wasn't the same dude, but the dude because like the scariest white dudes in crime films like that, they almost sound gay. They go, Jamie, Jamie, close your eyes. She'd be like, nah, like that. But he's like a little puny, but it sounds so like I don't want to fuck with this dude. But that when you were doing the joint, it looked because it made you were being funny because especially when they cut, you was being funny.
Yeah.
But it made it so sinister because if you're about to kill somebody and you're having fun, is crazy. That makes you
Have
go.
you seen American Psycho?
Yes.
I based that whole video off of that. I
Okay,
directed that
okay,
video,
that-
so I basically
okay.
walked him through the whole thing.
That makes
step by
sense. That
step.
makes sense.
But
See, you were telling stories back then. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's that shit. You know what? Fuck.
It's
fuck
gonna
this
get
nigga.
greater, dog.
Fuck this nigga. Hey,
I'm so excited about the new stuff.
Cut this audio.
Front to back, he's telling a story in Baby Blue
know,
Collar,
I know.
which
Oh,
you
yes,
can
and
get
that-
right now on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play,
yes, everywhere.
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 I feel like that's the greatest stuff I've done, start
Yeah.
to finish.
I think even just the artwork on this, just the blue tape over top. Your son being way too cool. I don't even know how to be this. I don't even know how to be this cool now.
I wasn't even really thinking that
Blue
cover
heart,
was
you got
gonna
there's
do
a blue
well.
heart on there. What were you thinking? You were gonna do that? Was that artwork?
Well, it's kind of my theme. If you look at the other ones, there's a heart on each cover.
'Cause
Either
you
on
gonna-
the lady's left breast.
Because Cold Summer was supposed to be blue heart.
No, Cold Summer was just Cold Summer. It was with,
Something before you said something about blue heart.
now Blue Heart was the project that I dropped after Reduction, which was
No, you were talking about a movie.
Yes, it was. I was gonna theme that whole tape behind the
Off of
movie,
Blue Heart.
just the same way I did Cold Summer. It was gonna have music videos, film, music video, film, music video, film.
And that's funny. I keep bringing his name up, but that's how Childish Gambino dropped his project. He dropped this. You already know.
The
he
new
dropped
one?
He dropped his because of the internet. He dropped a short film.
I ain't see this.
Oh,
Dope.
clap. I'm gonna send you some shit. I'm gonna send you some clapping for the wrong reasons. And the thing was, it wasn't a lot of because you shoot with a lot of motion, and like his was all like static shots.
Yeah, I've seen he been doing a lot of that static.
He does
work.
it, but he does it. It's creative.
Super
It's just
live.
boom, 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 and he doesn't do a whole lot of like super emotion. I think it was before Scorsese, where what was The Shining with Jack Nicholson, where the kid was like riding his bike, and then he turned the corner. That was the first shot with a what do you call it? Not a gimbal, but
Oh, stabilized.
a stabilizer. That was the very, 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 very first shot in Hollywood with a stabilizer. They invented it was crazy. But if you watch that again, The Shining, when he was on the little what do you call it with the not a tripod but the tricycle, and he was like rolling and then he turned and it was smooth.
Stabilizers are my thing now,
Dude,
dog.
but that's like you can't shoot without motion.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But when Childish does it and it's all static shots, I'm like, this is dope too because he's very Woody Allen. with his shots.
Yeah,
Woody
he's
Allen was a
fine.
genius. Long lens shots with the audio crispy. Woody Allen was.
trying to find my niche with this audio
You
video
ever-
thing.
You ever seen Annie Hall?
No. This dude done seen everything.
No,
He
no,
is
no,
an
bro.
encyclopedia.
But it's
You know
amazing.
way
I
too
told
much
you.
shit
I
out
told
there.
you.
But it's amazing that you do what you do and you don't know none of this. I'm almost like, well, I kind of don't want you to see that then.
You know what? I found that I haven't been tarnished by looking at other creative
You
things.
have been?
Haven't.
Okay.
Like, at first, I used to get people telling me, "Hey, don't listen to this because it might."
I
block your
don't know. I
creative."
don't know how people, because some people are different.
Yeah,
I
I
kind of
think
want
I'm
you to.
different.
I kind of want you to see it, but I'm like, I don't want to fuck up his. I don't want to fuck
Yeah,
up his shit.
I don't. If I see something that I feel like I'm a bite, I just won't do it.
Oh shit. Well,
Just
fuck.
won't do
Hey,
it,
if you ain't seen Annie Hall,
I'm gonna go look at it.
shit, Woody Allen, that motherfucker. But just because it's all like, because back then, I think back then you didn't have all this technology, so they had to be super creative.
Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock, all those motherfuckers, where they're taking like they're zooming in with the camera, but they're zooming in with the lens,
At the same time.
so the background is still blurred, but you're coming in and out. It's oh my god, it seems simple back then, but I watch it now, I'm like,
How did they do it?
oh, what the fuck are they doing? How they zooming in and the background's still blurry?
Yeah,
like now
boys
that
are getting-
I'll be looking at that now.
Yeah, boy's been doing some crazy stuff for a long time. I've been watching some old movies and stuff. I'm like, man, how we y'all doing that?
Yeah,
Can't
like
even do that right
just small shit like spikes. That spike shot, we make fun of it, but that was like that didn't exist.
now. Yeah, it's brand new. Like I'm looking for one of those. I can't wait till I get that cute guy shot.
See, y'all are literally directing film.
No.
In the conversation
he's
right now,
he's
right?
directing stories.
I meant to say dissecting.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah,
do
we
that.
are.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
I'm
I do
do
want to
that.
get y'all on this before I dip out of here, man. This
Yeah.
new movie that we're dropping and working on. I purposely haven't let Elliot see anything because now
I seen you showed me a little bit.
You came by?
Yeah, you showed me a little bit. You showed me a little
Showed
bit.
him some. Oh,
You
no.
showed me a little
All right,
bit.
All right, so you've been spoiled. But this here, I'm going to go ahead and plant that firm, this is going to be dope seed in your brain because I know it's going to be live. And I'm just really excited about it because I feel like it's just another one of those things that can really help make that move that I feel like a lot of people are rooting for me now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is going to give them the ammunition to go out and support me legitimately and be able to put it up against people that are going to compare. You know what I'm saying? Cold Summer definitely can be compared to some bad projects. It has a lot of flaws in it, but
that's
it is
dope.
great. I know a lot of people tell me stop downing yourself, but I mean I'm just a realist, bro.
But I mean, but that when I look at the first magazine I did, or when I look at the first covers I did,
Right.
You know, while somebody would say, you know, those are, you know, what are you talking about? Those,
But if it wasn't,
and that even goes back to the videos that you have.
No,
that
stop. We're gonna talk about
No,
those.
fuck
They
that.
they don't exist.
Fuck that. He has some dope ass videos.
so
that,
how do y'all feel about this?
They don't exist.
This concept of having old stuff out there because the first time people can see you, they might look at something old. Do you feel like there's value in it or no?
I think if they're able to see the old stuff and then see the new stuff, there's value in it. And they
That's
go,
a
he
huge
progressed."
if. Because if they
So
look at the old
that-
stuff and
That's
not
what I was
impressed, they
gonna-
stop looking.
That's what
I
was
think
gonna
the
say.
old
I
stuff,
think-
the old stuff holds value after the new stuff.
I
has
think-
already shown.
I think you can right. I think you can show the old stuff. Like remember we were talking about like, you know, it's cool to talk about how you was homeless when you got a mansion.
It's like,
It's
okay,
not cool to talk about being homeless when you're homeless.
for,
Why not though? I think it's
I don't
turning
know.
in.
Well,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
Take this as an
But I just know
example.
that's
Take
what it
this
is.
as an example. J. Cole, when he was first having his big push, the
Wait, what are you talking about? His big push?
uh
Forest Hills,
no,
Before that?
yeah, I'm talking about his first, it's like first album,
warm up.
like there was a mixtape before the warm up.
I can't remember the song.
That had
But
like
The
a-
come up.
yeah.
No, the come up was after the warm up. It was the warm up.
It was-
but-
I know what you're talking about. I
yeah,
can't remember.
It was before the warm
But
up.
You're right.
after the warm up,
the
and
come
then
up.
he had the album. You know, like that. The older stuff is, you know, stuff like that folks would try to go back and try to find.
Right.
You know, and I feel like, you know, okay, as long as the older stuff that
still
you guys
good.
have is out there, there.
If you can look back at the old stuff and go, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And that's what the dude Russ was talking about. He was like, look, he's like, most new artists, they come out, you like it, you go look for the old shit, and there's nothing there or it's whack. He's like, I got 11 albums out, and I didn't know he did when I was listening to him for the first time. I didn't know who this nigga was. I never heard any of his music. I started fucking with him because of his interviews and the way how confident he was talking. I was like, yo, and they go listen to me. They go they go back. It's like 11 albums they can listen to. I don't want. I was like, and they were all dope. I'm sure he had projects before that, but he probably skimmed it, right?
Look, I'm sure.
But he was showing his Instagram. He was showing you might tell me, but he was showing his Instagram. He was like, look, when I go to my shows, it's nothing but karaoke, and basically he basically would cut his mic off for like 5 minutes, and he would go through all his songs
and let the crowd sing.
And I didn't know who this nigga was. They were going through all his songs, like, oh, this is real. And it was like he wasn't headlining for somebody. He wasn't opening up for like Pitbull, and it was like a bunch of, because you can do that. I can open up for Pitbull. You don't know who I am, and this is a bunch of people rocking, right? And I may get footage of them rocking to Pitbull, and then cut to me. Right? No. They showed their mouths, they showing all that. I was like, this nigga is on. Who the fuck is that? And this was like 2 years ago. He's just now getting recognized. But for doing this 2 years, he was doing this 2 years ago. They're just now recognizing this motherfucker.
Right. So knowing that type of stuff, us as artists, we have to know to find value in where we are right now.
Right.
Because if I was telling somebody the other day, Cold Summer wasn't that live, but if I would have gave up at Cold Summer, then I wouldn't have Rumination. Or if I would have been intimidated by the results of Cold Summer, I wouldn't have Baby Blue Collar. If I would have been intimidated by the fact that niggas didn't really listen to Cold Summer, the music, it would have put a damper on my creative spirit when making this new one. But the thing is, I just know that people need consistency at this time frame. And if you don't continually stay in their face with dopeness all the time, then they will forget that you dope, because there's so many dope people out here.
Exactly.
They will.
Exactly.
And I know one of your lines in matter of fact in Cold Summer, it was like the last record you were putting on. It kind of reminded me of like Cannonball Run, if you ever watched that.
But what was the line?
The line was, it was something about everybody want to be a photographer, but they don't know what an ISO.
Yeah. You like that? I thought that was stepping on a few toes, but people like the toe steppers.
I mean, but you talk to all the I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's a huge community now, and you know a lot of people.
But it was shot like Charlie's Angels or some shit.
You say you do photography, you don't know what ISO mean.
I was like,
no, he has a line in the new album where he's talking about.
No, don't tell me.
No, I got to, and we go. And after this, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay, bet. Sorry, y'all.
He's
sorry.
There's a line in there where he's like, shit. I'm trying to remember it verbatim. I'm sick and tired of rappers saying that they're not rappers, but every day you rapping.
Yeah.
I can't even finish it. Or
sick and tired of rappers saying they don't like rappers, and you're not a rapper, but every day you rapping. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I see a different picture when you say what happened. That's basically, like I see through these lies, bro.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people.
Jay-Z started that.
A lot of people. Did he start? He not a rapper? He might have said that, but I feel like Jay meant it in a different way. I'm more than a rapper.
He did.
Jay-Z meant it that way. A lot of these new rappers are saying that they not a rapper, period.
But they're rappers.
Exactly. You rapping every day. That you are part of the reason why there's...
And it's okay.
I don't consider myself as... I'm an artist.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to start challenging these people, man. I'm going to start challenging everybody who's showing disrespect to the art form.
I think... only person that should be emphasizing their artists or would be the Lil Uzis is it Lil Uzi and the Yachties and the dudes that don't rap that are very melodic.
Joe Budden has made me a fan of Lil Yachty.
How did he make you a fan of Lil Yachty?
Because he made you realize what type of person he was. That is a huge seller. Yep. And I feel like
now I'm not a fan of Yachty's music. I'm a fan of the person.
Okay, I agree with that.
In turn, it makes you relate to the music a little differently.
It does sometimes, because I'm a big fan of Jaden Smith. That motherfucker's dope. It sounds silly because I'm damn near 40 years old. I shouldn't like Jaden Smith.
Why not?
Because I'm too old. That nigga's dope. Have you heard? Have you heard?
You know what? You know what? On that note, on that note, we're gonna hit the end button on this one.
Okay,
Q. thank you so very much
Absolutely,
for coming
man.
through,
Well,
brother.
Thank you
of
guys
gems.
for having me, man. I know
ton
we
of-
got loads of things to talk
Ton
about
of
in the
gems.
future.
Ton of gems. We gotta have
I'll
a
be
part.
here
We gotta have
again.
a part 2. We gotta have the part 2.
For sure.
We got to have a part 2.
Yeah.
Got to.
For sure.
Got
They're
to.
gonna be like, ain't no part 2.
So I've been wondering some things too. I want to end this with a question of my own.
Yeah.
What's up?
You guys have done a lot of research apparently on what I've been doing, and y'all know a lot about the game. What advice would you give to an artist like me standing on the outside looking in? A lot of times people, I can identify a lot of things that other people can do in their career immediately when I see what they're working on. But when I stand outside of myself and look inside, it's very hard for me to
Can I
look
go?
at what's.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Just go. Keep doing what you're doing.
That's a very open-ended statement, though. No,
Yeah, and I'm gonna leave it at
no
that.
particular.
I
things.
think, but I think if you were talking to Jay-Z, Kanye, Malcolm Moore, Tupac, Biggie, they would go, just keep spitting.
You know what? I've
keep
talked to
making
some
your
people of
visuals.
some big names. Not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
I've because of Deja Vu PR course, I get to present myself in front of people
Right.
of importance in hip hop, and I've gotten a chance to talk to some very important people. And what I learned is I know a lot more than I think I do. And then in turn, these people are looking at me like, man, I can't help you. You really helping yourself more than I can help you.
That's
but
right.
but the thing is, if you really there's no science to it, so you really don't know unless you get those affirmation points.
But and I hate it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right, I told you before, you're already doing what I would recommend, but I want you to see what you're already doing, right? I want you to see what people are already telling people what to do. And you be like, I've been doing this for 5 years. Right, that's one, right?
Okay.
2 is just to keep, like, there's no advice, it's just keep doing what you're doing. I'm not saying, like, keep doing what you're doing and, like, cross your fingers and I hope someone just keep doing what you're doing, and it's gonna be evident what you should do. It's because the game always change. I give you advice now, he give you advice now. Game will change 3 weeks from now.
You're right.
Oh, it's always changing. But if you're always dope, if you stay dope and you keep consistent, you just maneuver with it, and that's it. Will Smith said, "Hey, look, the universe is like water; it wants to get out of your way, right? So you just keep moving. That's it. I don't care what other advice you get.
That's been kind of my
Right.
motto. I
So
just like to pick the brains of people.
So that's more affirmation is what I'm
And
saying.
I'm gonna add to what he was saying. While continuing to do what it is that you're doing, also pay attention to the numbers.
No.
Where are you getting your listens? Who, what demographic, what city is paying attention?
I've looked, and guess what? It's a surprise. It's mostly Houston.
Mostly Houston.
Would you imagine that?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I would assume Houston because this is where you're promoting. Now, if your home base is with the biggest market where you are, now you need to start branching out. Build a base, maybe surrounding Houston, and start getting those folks around on that. And once they start getting on it, shit, bro. And the guy I was in the meeting with today kind of manages Tim Ned.
Okay. This is a good interview.
And with Tim Ned, and I even told him while I know while I consider artists that are better than Tim Ned, the way they're moving crushes everything that supports that valid point.
The way Tim Ned's team is moving?
Right.
How so?
Because he can go book a show in LA, he can go book a show in New York, he can go book a show wherever.
But how valid are those shows? Because I know him too.
And
I've been in New York, been to LA. Great question.
So the reason why I say that he can go, because those are where his markets are blossoming. It's not just in Houston. As a matter of fact, they promote to Houston last. They don't.
But I feel like that's very reverse. Even though you may be, I'm going against this because I've been there.
So
I've been to way more places than Tim Ned. Personally, know him, know his team, know their moves. I know all of that fluently, very fluently, and I definitely know that is not effective. Because I've stood in front of huge crowds. Super Bowl Houston, and don't nobody know you and put on a dope show, and then people still don't know you. Those stages and those audiences don't mean anything to those people because they're not there for you genuinely.
We can close these mics. He already know.
And that's why I was saying, seeing what markets are paying attention.
Right, but still, even still,
wait.
Those statistics.
Close the mic. Glad you came. Close these mics down. Close these motherfucking mics down.
All
right.
Yo, it was you dropped so many gems.
Okay.
For so many people listening, they're serious. But I don't want to go too. We're gonna close these mics.
Gotcha.
Cause this motherfucker already knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, he's no dummy.
Okay.
No dummy. No
Shut
dummy.
these mics down. And personally, like no bullshit. This is a great show.
Okay.
Not even gems for you. This is gems for me too.
Me too. We all
in a lot of different ways. So glad you came. I'm glad I got to meet you finally for the first time. Right? Yeah, this is my first time meeting.
Phantom friends.
Yeah, exactly. See this motherfucker on stage. You know what I'm saying? He liking my pics. I'm like, oh, I'm showing my bitches like, you see, cute guy didn't like my picture, right?
I can't believe that actually that's
right.
stated.
I don't understand why your panties are still on.
Where can people find you? How can they get in contact with you? And anything you got coming up?
Local Timmy Chan. My Instagram is QG Fresh. My name is Queen Guyton. I'm sorry that I got it so hilarious. But no, man. Thank y'all for having me. QG Fresh, ANF.life is our business, social media.
Yeah.
All things for ANF will be there. I just like to throw a shout out to my team so that they can get the exact exposure that I wish I could get from other people when they have a chance. So let's shout out to Brianna McCole. Shout out to Buddy Rowe and Deja Vu PR.
Deja Vu.
Mr. Trend and Destiny. And Pirate Fame Visuals.
Transcribing.
Please check us all out. We're definitely moving together.
Boom.
Anika's.
Corey, got any last words?
Hey, just you know where to follow me. COREIGH on everything.
He's got all the
on everything. Not yet. We will be getting them soon. It's coming. Man. It's coming. It's on the way.
And of course, y'all know at Elliot Guidry on everything.
Mr. Modest.
It's shit. I gotta keep it simple. At To Be Told Podcast, follow, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, share it if you want to, because it's gonna move around either way. And we at
gone.
Peace.